truth and light, where the spirits dance all night. The Creator gang shines bright, guiding us with all their might. Trumpets sound across the sky as we raise our voices high, praising the one most high, under the auspice watchful eye. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune under the silvery moon. We dance until the morning sun, this connection never undone. Harmony in every beat, our faith is concrete. Through the pages of the OSP, ancient wisdom on display, teaching us the righteous way, leading us to a brighter day. With each trumpet blast, we're reminded of the past and the love that will ever last in this divine contrast. United in spirit, we uplift and hear it. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune under the silvery moon.
Boss Flow Masi in the building. Where's this
morning sun, this connection never undone. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune under the silvery moon. We dance until the morning sun, this connection never undone.
Crucify me at the 9th hour. Charges against me, attempts to arrest me. Apostate Jews, Pharisees and Sadducees. I spoke parables to the multitude at Galilee. Paint pictures with parables that'll fill up a gallery. Zealous Jews, killers on a salary. Jealous and confused, heart harking, burning like calories. Restore the blind, raise the dead from the coffin, bruh. By my command, make angels sing like an orchestra. The scribes took notes, saying I'm a sorcerer. Reports above my head, flying sorcerers. Ascending and descending lights from the Etherian heights. 9th hour daytime turn to midnight. The ground started vibrating hard as the temples and synagogues are destroyed by God. The children of God can make God.
Bittersweet Herbals. What it tastes is bitter, but the results are sweet. Bittersweetherbals.com.
Run the rhythm.
Bittersweet Herbals. What it tastes is bitter, but the results are sweet. Bittersweetherbals.com.
Yes, family, and make sure to get your bitters, because you know how we do around these parts. You know what time it is. You know the vibes. What? Who? It's a blood clot vibes. It's the vibes. It's the blood clot vibes. Kids, you rock. See you, kids. Yeah, Christ, I spit my thing. I spit my blood, goddamn. I don't know. Why's everybody missing you on the show? Yo, they're like, yo, reality, when Why's coming back? So, yo, soon come, soon come. I mean, everything in due season, yeah? It's the vibes. Throat puncher. Yo, that's one hell of a goddamn name, boy. Throat puncher. That's a martial arts. You got to know some martial arts to call yourself throat puncher. Because in martial arts, they teach you one thing: vision, breathing, balance. Kid Z-Rock, CGG in the building, Critic Gang, you know how we do. It's a blood clot face. Bronze show, you wanna see your king. Where's the big man? Pick up yourself. You off work yet, King? You come at work? We snowed in out there, you know, King. Snowed in. Donnie, where's it, Donnie? Large up yourself. Pick up yourself, yeah? No, that. Where's it, not on? Pick up yourself. To the family of the chime in still, you know. Where's his sister and create a game? King! Yaffa, where's it? Now, I just wanted to get on, man. It's snowed in. Ain't nobody got them going to work today. Everybody inside. I don't know if y'all got snow, but we got snow. I don't know who got snow. Let me know who got snow. We got snow. We got snow like a mug out here. Yes, peace to the family. You know what I mean? We just out here vibing, no particular topic. I'm working on another presentation for the Christian Godspell. I ain't finished it yet. You know what I mean? Still working on that joint. It's going to be an interesting ass, you know. Taz, I know y'all got snow in Chicago, boy. I know y'all got snow in the Chi. We do in Texas. Texas, Kids Z-Rock. Y'all got snow in Texas, Kizzy? That's crazy. I didn't even know it's snow in Texas and shit. I thought it was, you know, it never rains in Southern California type shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought Texas was on them type of vibes. Yes, sir. Oh, y'all got snow too? Y'all fine. Okay, Tennessee is getting snow. Yeah, oh yeah, the mountains up there. I'm sure they catching it. But you know, ain't no particular topic with freestyle. Matter of fact, anybody want to hop on, y'all can hop on too. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we still gonna, you know, I'm on the heads of we on top of the heads of the Christians. You know what I mean? Because, like I said lately, the Christians been giving the Hebrews a run for their little competition. You know what I mean? And it's showing that the Bible is, you know, saying one thing and then on another breath is saying another thing. In one breath, Jesus is saying he's one with the Father. In another breath, he is the Father. So it's interesting, you know, King. Yeah, California's on fire, boy. That shit is wow. Cali's on fire right now. You know, that job purging their ass, you know, King. Purge Cosmo and Cal in the motherfucking building, King. Yeah. Jump on, definitely. Yes, King. You got snow out there, Cos? Let me know if you got snow out there, Cosmo. I know y'all got snow in Detroit. You know what I mean? Shout out to the God, Cosmo and Cal. That's my brother right there, man. We had a nice discussion yesterday. Me, Cos, and Malachi Maccabee. Boy. And it's a good thing we had that discussion because I had this next presentation I'm putting out. You know what I mean? So I presented it to them, let them proofread it. You know what I mean? And we hashed it out and we came to an ill-ass conclusion. So when I present this next joint, that shit gonna be fire. I don't want to rush it, so I may have a couple of other joints prior to that, but nonetheless, you know what I mean? She said, let's talk about that Christian religion. Is it a scam? Okay, good question. Throw some questions in there. So we got the first questions. If y'all got questions, throw them in the chat. Let's do it like that. It's a Q&A. You know what I mean? What you say, Kaz? It's too cold. The snow you still. That's wild. So is Christianity a scam? What do you think, family? Is Christian religion a scam? Well, what is the root of the Christian religion? The root of the Christian religion is Jesus Christ, right? So if there's a scam, the scam would have to be under Jesus Christ, because Christianity and Christians fall under the totality of Jesus. Without Jesus, there would have been no Christianity. You know what I mean? So Jesus, did he scam the people? Now, reading the OASP, you know, like I know, that the duty of mortals and angels belonging to the atmosphere and the earth of this planet is to rise and grade, to graduate to the Etherian realms, and to progress continuously. Now, that's the gold. That's the destiny. That's the end game. Does the Bible, does Jesus Christ, does Christians, do they talk about Etherian kingdoms? Right? Let me pull that up. Because if it's like school. If I go to school, my duty is to graduate. Spend 12 years in school and graduate. That's the goal. That's the end game. But if somebody tells me that you need to stop at 7th grade and you don't need to go no higher, nigga, that's a scam. That's a scam. Somebody trying to scare me out of graduating. So could it possibly that the Christian religion is a scam, scamming you from reaching your potential, which is the Etherian realms? Let's get it out the OASP. The OASP. See, the Bible gonna start getting bored because y'all reading over them same text, you know what I mean? The Bible gonna get bored after a while. Y'all ain't progressing. Y'all stagnating. Your God is coming backwards. He's coming down to the earth. That's not progressive. That's stagnating. Who want to stagnate? Which one of you niggas want to get left behind in school? Right? Nobody. All right, so yeah, Taz, I need some beats, bro. I need some of them tracks. You know what I mean? You speak my language with them beats, so I need to hop on some of them beats, yo. All right, so look. Let me share my screen. And Kaz, let me know when you're in the crib. I'll drop the link. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Share screen. Damn, I got all that shit. Right? So we dealing with Book of Jehovah chapter 2, verse 2, right? Christians say that you got to go through Jesus Christ to be saved. But they never tell you, well, saved for what? What is the end game? To get in the kingdom of God. Jesus said the kingdom of God is at hand. It's coming to the earth. Now listen, let's read this. Let's see if you would rather rock with this or you would rather rock with that. Jehovah said, I created the earth and fashioned it and placed it in the firmament, and by my presence brought man forth a living being. I gave him a corporeal body so that he may learn corporeal things, and I made death so that he could rise in the firmament and inherit my Etherian kingdoms. Now, the Creator said that Etheria is our inheritance. This is our inheritance. And inheritance is something that somebody gives you. So the Creator is letting us know that I give you my Etherian world that I created for your inheritance. This is for you, right? What is the Etherian heavens? Let's go to 6, right? Look what it states right here. In the all highest places, I created the Etherian worlds. Now, my question is this. Where does the Bible mention the Etherian worlds? Because this is, in the OASP, this is classified as the all highest. Not the low. If you're coming from heaven down to the earth, you're going low. You're descending downward. So you cannot be the all highest if you're descending in the lowest places. In the all highest places, I created the Etherian worlds, and I made them of all shapes and sizes, similar to my corporeal worlds. But I made them inhabitable, both within and without, with entrance and exit, and arches and curves, thousands of miles high and wide, and in colors, movable chisels, and mountains in endless change and brilliance. And over them I ruled rule with all perfect mechanism. To them I give motion, orbits, courses of their own. And look what, this is the death blow right here. And I made them independent and above all other worlds in potency and majesty. Now, why is not the Christian Bible telling you this? Why did not Jesus come to you preaching the Etherian world? This is the all highest places. So if Jesus ain't teaching you about this, it's a scam. Because the Father's kingdom is supposed to be coming down on earth, and you niggas gonna be trapped in a box, surrounded by whoremongers. Not even harlots, but whoremongers. Harlots are female prostitutes. Whoremongers are male prostitutes. And the Bible said, outside of the kingdom is going to be male prostitutes. So what would you rather? Be in a place where it's above all majesty and potency, the all highest place, the ethereal world, or would you rather be on the earth plane, subjected, in the kingdom, surrounded with whoremongers? So according to just that right there, Christianity would be a scam. The false Jesus would be a scam because he's not telling you your true potential, which is to graduate high school. Jesus in the Bible and God in the Bible is telling you to stay your ass in 7th grade. Stay your ass in high school because I'm going to come down and bring the high school to earth. And we're going to stay stuck in this high school. So definitely could be a scam. Let me see if we got let me see what other questions we got here. Floridians don't get snow. Yeah, y'all lucky. I'm born in Florida too. That's my home state. I'm a Miami boy born. Get that beach weather, that beach water. Louis scammed us, the people. Yes, Louis. That boy Louis scammed us all. Let me ask. Is the earth plane considered the first resurrection? True indeed, my brother. Yes, indeed. You got the first resurrection, which actually rests on the earth. The second resurrection, which starts in the atmosphere of the earth. So if you live out your potentials and your grade makes, to be in the second resurrection, your grade got to be above 50. 50 and above, you will make it to the second resurrection. You will skip the first resurrection and go into the second resurrection. The second resurrection is in the atmosphere. So if you don't make it, if you do not have a grade above 50, you're going to remain within the first resurrection. You know what I mean? And then when you meet that requirement, when you meet that grade, your teachers will ascend and take you to the second resurrection. You'll just keep ascending until it's time to graduate. Just like school. When you're in a school building, you know what I mean? A lot of times, depending on what school you go to, like the lowest grades will be at the bottom. Like first, or depending on what school it is. You may have, 6th, 7th grade, and then the highest grade is at the top of the school. You know what I mean? Use that as an example. But for each grade, you're rising. You're not going backwards. We're rising. So why would the kingdom of God come down to the earth and remain here? And you got all these stars in the ether that's inhabited. That's an inheritance for you. The creator. That's like, I got 20 goddamn Bentleys over here, and I'm going to give you that for an inheritance. But you'll be like, nah, I'm going to take this motherfucking Toyota, this 1993 Toyota. I'm going to rock with that. Who gonna do that? If niggas giving me 20 Bentleys for free, that's man, hell yeah, let me get that. Yeah, boom, nigga, look. Oh, yo, sounds good, boy. What y'all little niggas doing? Yeah, you see me in the bed? Stunting. Who gave you that shit? You know what I mean? My creator gave me this. This is my inheritance. He can give you. He got some for you too, but you niggas want to stay in them Corollas and them Toyotas, the 1992 joints. See what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So yes, the earth is considered the first resurrection. You know what I mean? Let me see that. Let's get a scripture for the first resurrection. Let me see. (28:2). Let's see what 28:2 brings us. Let's go to the book of St. Dantes, chapter 14. Let's go to the Book of Sathantes, chapter 14. Let's do that. Book of Sathantes, chapter 14. Let's read. Book of Sathantes, son of Jehovah, chapter 14, it states, on the second day after the house of Moab was complete, Moab is just the name of a heavenly plateau, and all the members were in their respective places, Jehovah spoke through God. Look at that. Now look at this quote. You will never see nothing like this in the Bible. Jehovah spoke through God. Show me that type of writing in the Bible. OASP is distinguishingly differentiating Jehovah from God. Jehovah speak through God. Show me that in the Bible. Because look, in Bible, I be here and there all the place with this shit. Hold up. In Bible, watch this, right? Oh, where is it? Isaiah. Nah, hold up. Let me get that because I already got that shit already broken down. Let me find it real quick. Where that shit is. That may be it right there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it right there. So look, you come down. Right here. Look at Isaiah 43:12. Let's go to Isaiah 43:12. Let me get it in the blue letter. Keep it in the scriptures. Isaiah 43:12. What that say? I have declared and have saved, and I have shewed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore, ye are my witness, saith the Lord, that I am God. See, here in the Bible, Lord is God, and we know that Lord is Jehovah, Yahweh. So what it's actually saying is that ye are my witnesses, saith the Yahweh, that I am El, God. So Yahweh is a God in the Bible. But here in the OASP, Jehovah speaks through God. Jehovah is a separate entity from God. He is not God. He is above God. He is the ever-present that speaks through his angels and mortals. Look at this, right? Look at it. Jehovah speaks through God, right? He speaks through God, right? Watch this. Let me get a precept for that. Where that's at? Oh, okay. All right, bet. Let me see. Right there. Book of the Archabon 9:13. Let's go to it. Book of the Archabon 9:13. Precept here, little there, little. Book of the Archabon 9:13. Book of the Archabon 9:13. Okay. Who is Jehovah, right? Who is Jehovah? Now, we just read that Jehovah in the Bible is God. Right here. The Lord, that I am God. Right? Who is Jehovah? The ever-present. He fills all place and all space. See that? That's the creator right there. He ain't no God. He's the ever-present. He's above the gods. Look, right here. Look at 19. Jehovah is the soul of all things. He speaks to soul. Now, that's what I was coming back here. Jehovah spoke through God. God is an angel, a person. How did Jehovah speak to him? How did Jehovah speak to him? Jehovah is the soul of all things. He speaks to soul. He speaks directly inside of you. What you call what consciousness is the voice of your creator. Look what it states. His voice has had many names. by the heathen and adulterers, he is called conscience. Conscience. See that? The Creator is within you. Now look, right here, look at that. How can Jehovah answer you? Does he have lips and tongue and mouth? Now, the Lord God in the Bible do. He have lips, tongue, and mouth because he's a man sitting on the throne. If he's sitting on the throne, he got to have a lip to talk. He got to have a mouth to talk. He got to have a tongue to talk. So how can Jehovah answer you? Does he have lips, tongue, and mouth? Jehovah answers. Jehovah is the soul of all things. He speaks to soul. So when we come back to here, on the second day after the house of Moab was complete and all the members were in their respective places, Jehovah spoke through God. So God is speaking and Jehovah is speaking through him, saying, now is the beginning of the second resurrection. Even as the corporeal puts off the corporeal body and is born a spirit, becoming the first resurrection. See that? The first resurrection is you shedding the flesh, entering the spirit world. That's the first resurrection. So are you in putting away individual self and becoming an organic community, the beginning of the second resurrection. See that? Owaspi explains what the first, second, and what these resurrections are. The first resurrection right here. Even as the corporeal puts off the corporeal body and is born a spirit, becoming the first resurrection. Let's get another precept on top of that. Becoming the first resurrection. Again, here's the precept to that. The Book of Discipline, chapter 1, verse 15. It states, look what it states now. First, mortality, meaning the physical life, then death, which is what? The first resurrection. Such are the spirits of the dead, angels, dwelling with mortals upon the earth, where they abide, meaning your home. Yes, nigga, you have spirits and angels walking in your house. You just don't know it. The Owaspi is making you aware of these things. Some for a few years, some for 100 years, and some for 1,000 or more years. So you have spirits that are lingering in the first resurrection from anywhere from a few years up to 1,000 years or more before they ascend to the second resurrection. And it's all on you. It's all on you in order for you to ascend. So right here, this is the precept. Book of Discipline, chapter 1, verse 15 is a precept to the Book of Satanti, son of Jehovah, chapter 14, verse 2, when it states, even as the corporeal puts off the corporeal body and is born a spirit, becoming the first resurrection, the precept, first mortality, then death, which is the first resurrection. Such are the spirits of the dead, angels dwelling with mortals upon the earth. So there you have it. So the first resurrection is going to be right here on the earth plane. If you don't ascend, if your grade is not above 50, you're going to remain on the earth plane. In the literal house you lived in, you're going to go back to the house you lived in until your guardian feels you're ready to ascend. You know what I mean? More likely you're going to ascend because when you cross over in spirit and when you realize that you're conscious of yourself after you die, and then you go to your loved ones and they can't see you in spirit, but you can see them, you just watching them crying and you can't do a damn thing. After a while, you're going to leave. Because you're going to try to make communication. You're going to try all you can to communicate to your loved ones to let you know you're all right because you're living. They just don't know that. We don't know what happens after death. So until we experience it, then we'll know. We'll be like, damn, you know what I mean? If I would have known this when I was alive, I could have tried to make communication with my people who done passed on, grandma and them. Because when they press over, you know, this their first time in the spirit world. They like, damn, I thought when I die, I'm going to be dead, but I'm alive. My physical body descends back into the earth, but that which animated the physical body exists after your physical death. And that body looks just like this physical body. The imprint of the angelical body is the imprint of this fleshly body. You know what I mean? The physical is an outward expression of the angelical body. Let me see. Yes, I am. And I say just stinking out loud, I lied. Gang didn't get a notification. Yeah, I don't know what I mean. I mean, one time they were saying that you got to click the notification button off and click it back on or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so Angelica, I see you. What's good? Yeah. Yeah, Bobby Hemmett. Yeah. He was out here in Atlanta too and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, he would have been a brother if he would have gone to the Owaspi. He would have been a cold brother, man. That's what it's funny how a lot of people missed out on this Owaspi, yo. All these conscious, so-called, not even gonna say so-called, or the conscious community, the Bobby Hemmetts, the Phil Valentines, although he do know about the Owaspi, Dr. Blair, although he do know about the Owaspi, but they didn't go in heavy like I did when I brought this bitch out on YouTube. Because when I first came across it, nobody had no information on this joint on YouTube. And YouTube was new too. But it was like nobody knew about the book, yo. I'm talking about nobody. I ain't meet nobody after I was introduced to Owaspi. I ain't meet nobody after that who said they had the book. You know what I mean? Until I came across other people after presenting the information on YouTube. But it's so much of a rare read that you have PhD, biblical PhD. They don't even know about the Owaspi. Sarnetta had one of the white boys on there, one of the PhD white boys, religious white boys, who's a scholar in biblical academy type nigga. He ain't know about the Owaspi because Sarnetta asked him the question. I was shocked he asked him the question, but sure enough, Sarnetta was like, yo, you ever heard of the Owaspi? The white boy said no. I said, look at that. Look how far gone we are. And they still stuck on trying to figure out if Jesus existed. Or they still trying to figure out if Moses existed. We talking about things about life after death, the preparation for now so you can prepare for when you cross over. That's the shit we talking about. That's the shit the Owaspi is. You gonna die. Nigga, you gonna die. Where you going? When you die, where you going? You don't know where you going? That's on you. The creator put you here to learn this shit. You think the creator gonna create you, have life and death, and then that's the end? That's no more to life? Nigga, that's ignorance on your end. The creator shows us life, death, resurrection all the time, every day. The sunrise is like the life being born. High noon is like the peak of life. The descending is like old age, and nighttime is like death. And then that shit recycle itself. Same with the caterpillar and the butterfly. The example of the life, death, and resurrection, the life of the caterpillar, the cocoon is the death, the butterfly is the spirit. That's the resurrection. All these examples in nature before us that the creator is letting us know that, nigga, there is life after death. And then you done seen some of these spirits. Some of you niggas done seen and heard the voices, but ain't want to tell nobody because you ain't want nobody to think you crazy. Yeah, I done heard them stories too. And there's a lot of people keeping it to themselves so people won't think that they crazy. But you ain't crazy. You just lack the reality of what life is really about. That's it. Peace to the righteous God, Malachi Maccabee in the building. I see you, my brothers. Yeah, man. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Anybody want to hop on? Look at that. Was the biblical Jesus a real person? Now, that's a good question. That's a good question. Was the biblical Jesus a real person? This is what I would say. I would say that the biblical Jesus that Christianity gave us is fictional. He was created. He was invented. And then they selected stories from different religions, different backgrounds, and amalgamated the text, you know what I mean, and gave it to us with this fake Jesus on top of that and said, here you go. So that's like taking the story of Martin Luther King, the story of Malcolm X, and the story of Harriet Tubman, and then slapping Elvis' face on that shit. That's what Christianity did with Jesus. Yep. But the historical Yeshua, we know is real. We know that. We know that. That Nazarene, Yeshua, that Nazarene who had them Nazarene locks like this here. James and them boys. John and them boys was Nazarene. John was a Nazarene. Them boy was a Nazi dreadlock. So what you had was Congo niggas. Because you know them niggas wasn't twisting trying to be all cute with their locks. I'm sure these niggas had roots. Like how the Caribbean niggas wear their locks. How the Rastas wear their locks. Big Congo fucking locks. So just imagine some Congolese niggas with the locks. In a white robe. Looking majestic. Looking mystic. You know them niggas be, when I used to wear my white robe and I had my locks out, man, motherfuckers be looking. I used to get stared at everywhere. Don't let me go to Walmart. Oh, niggas is looking, niggas is doing this. Little kids. I remember I was at the park one day. This little girl said, "Mommy, is that God?" She said, "Mommy, is that God?" Just like that. And I heard that shit and I was like, oh shit. In my mind, I'm like, oh, this little girl said, "Is that God?" What would make her think that I am God? How did that concept get in that little child's mind to say, "Mommy, is that God?" The mother got offended. She got offended. She said, "No, that's just a man in a robe." It's like she got offended that her daughter acknowledged that is that God. I was like, damn, yo. So when you throwing that robe and you got them locks hanging, man, that shit look kingly. You know what I mean? That shit look kingly. So Yahshua and them boys had them motherfucking kings with them robes on, them clean white linen robes, looking like goddamn the angels of heaven with them locks. So you had the Nazarenes, copper-colored brothers with locks on their head, fighting against the very same Eastern Parkway Jews you see today. The Jews you see in the Eastern Parkway, the European Jews, the Ashkenazis, and all of them, along with the niggas who still was melanated at that time, was warned with each other, was warned with the Jews. Man, that time of Yahshua was crazy. You know what I mean? Yahshua was a Nazi dreadlock. What do you mean? What'd you say? See, like, these niggas still eat meat. I can tell they ain't in tune like that. Yeah, man. Speaking on the diet, like, I'm glad you brought that up. Let's go there. Let's go to the diet. Let's go to the book of Satantes. Matter of fact, we in Satantes already. Let's go to Satantes 3, chapter 3:27. Let's go there. Man, your boy starting to know these scriptures are like off the dome, son. Chapter 3:27. Now you said, Sila, these niggas are still eat meat and can't tell them they ain't in tune. So this is why they're not in tune, King. They still eating that flesh and blood. All of them. All of them. General Yohana. Goddamn, what's the other nigga name? Nathaniel. You really hear Hebrews talking about the diet or being or let go of that meat. They love that meat. They ain't letting go of that meat. But look what the Creator said. Jehovah said, "From the trees, fruits, flowers, grains, seeds, and roots that grow in the ground, I have created a ceaseless harvest going upward into the atmosphere, which shall be what? The sustenance of the spirits of men and women and children newborn in heaven. But whosoever feast on flesh on earth," meaning you carnivores people, "shall not find spiritual food in heaven." Now look at that. Nigga, if I ate meat and heard a nigga say that, my spirit will be stirred the hell up. My spirit will be stirred up. If a nigga came to me and read this part right here, hold up, this part right here. "But whosoever feast on flesh on earth shall not find spiritual food in heaven." Nigga, I would be distraught if I ate meat, especially if I have no intentions of cutting off or letting go of meat. Because you know you have some people trying to get off the meat. But then you got niggas who eat meat and with no thought of becoming vegetarian or nothing like that because it's just not in their thought process. They never thought about not eating meat. It's just, you know what I mean? For some people, food is like, this is not like, like I never thought about not eating meat. You have people like that. So just imagine you a heavy meat. You love your goddamn steak. You love your beef. You love your curry goat, your shrimp chicken and them things there. You know what I mean? Your curry chicken and them things. You know, I stumble on them. I see. It's funny because in the Caribbeans, I love my Caribbean people. Because when I be among my Caribbean people, like when I go to Carnival and these Caribbean events, you know, it's a lot of Rasta niggas out there. You know what I mean? I'm talking about you got the priestly type, Naya Bingi type. You got the Bobo Ashanti that wear the turbans. But one thing, when you see the Rastas eat flesh, niggas be scorning it. If you walking past and you see a nigga eating meat, You gonna get them niggas that look like Puso eat me, fake Rasta that man. Cause real Rasta not eat flesh and blood, you know. If you rock the locks, you ain't supposed to be eating no meat. This is a symbol of holiness. You know what I mean? The locks is a symbol of holiness, purity. You know what I mean? So the vegetarian diet goes hand in hand with the purity. So whoever eats flesh, whoever feasts on flesh on earth shall not find spiritual food in heaven. But look what it states. But he shall return to the butcheries and eating houses. He or she shall return to the butchery houses, eating houses, where flesh is eaten. And before it is rotten, he shall feast on what part? Its atmospherian parts. Imagine that. You ever smelt the smell of dead flesh? You ever been on the street and seen a dead animal and a wolf, the odor of that animal, you smell it and you be like, damn, that shit stink. That stink is food for you flesh eaters. The odor of dead flesh is the sustenance for the carnivores in spirit. Jehovah ain't playing no games. He's giving you an option. This on you. You make this decision. You can't blame nobody for your decision in this. If you decide to be carnivores, that choice was on you. If you making fun of niggas because they say they don't eat meat and you try to clown and make jokes, when your ass get that cancer, nigga, that's on you. I'm gonna have the last laugh then. He, ha, ha, nigga, do what? You got cancer. But before, you was clowning niggas for being vegetarian, right? So y'all gotta be mindful, yo. Like, your blood is alkaline. Your blood is 734 alkaline. Fruits and vegetables are alkaline. So what you would want to do is eat more alkaline foods to maintain the purity of your blood. But when you eat carnivorous foods, heavy meats, what it does is create mucus buildup and inflammation in the blood. And with that lies sickness and disease, because sickness and disease is inflammation of the organs. If the blood is inflamed, the organs will soon be inflamed. It's just a matter of which one gets inflamed first or how quick. More of the sensory organs get inflamed first, like your liver, because it's a sensitive organ. You know what I mean? It's tissue. But inflammation of the bones, arthritis, may come a little later, because it may take a little more, because that's a bone, it's a solid. It may take a little bit more to inflame the bone compared to inflaming the liver or the kidney. You know what I mean? So you have to be conscious of these things, you know, King. You have to be real conscious of this rise. Let me see if I can find this verse about, another verse about the diet. You know what I mean? Yeah, that dietary law is important. You know what I mean? That'll stop your spiritual progression. You know what I mean? You got to be on top of that. Even Yahshua will tell you to eat no meat in your watch, but let's get that real quick. Let me see if y'all got any more questions. Everybody, you know, Jesus, even for the Christians, Jesus, even for the Hebrews, Yeshua. And the story of Yeshua's and the Owaspi. What that say? With a history of Joshua. See that? Joshua, that's Yeshua. That's your boy Yeshua. Notice it don't say Jesus, though. See, Owaspi authentic. That don't say Jesus. Another thing people don't consider is this. When you go to the Blue Letter Bible, right? Look at this. What does that say? What does that say? Joshua, right? Joshua. God's charge to Jeshua. Do you know Joshua is Yahshua? Now, What you need to ask yourself is this. This is what you need to ask yourself. Why does the Bible have Joshua, right? But then, and we know that Joshua, let me validate that. Hold up. So we got Joshua, right? Let me see the Strong's Concordance. This is Joshua, the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 1. And we're going to see Joshua, and Joshua has a concordance to it. Now, when we hit the concordance for Joshua, look what it states. It says Yehoshua. Yehoshua. You hear it. It says Yehoshua. Joshua or Joshua. All right, nigga, shut up. All right, look. Jehoshua, look, equals Jehovah is salvation. That's what Joshua means. This is Yeshua's name. So why would Matthew, right? All of a sudden, we get what? Jesus Christ. With Jesus? Where Jesus come from? In the book of the book of where Joshua name is present. Why would they use Joshua right here in Matthew's instead of Jesus? Why the name change? Jesus don't mean Joshua. They're gonna try to concord it to mean that, but it don't. This says Iesus, and they're gonna associate it with mean Jehovah's salvation, but that's not right and exact. See that? That's false. Because Jesus don't mean Jehovah. Nor does Jesus is associated with salvation. Jehovah this is the prefix and this is the suffix. Jehovah is the prefix, salvation is the suffix. You got Joshua. Jehu is the suffix, is the prefix for Jehovah. Shua is the prefix for salvation. But Jesus, we don't get that. This is made up. Let's prove it. Now, Jesus is Greek. So if salvation, you got, what's Zeus? Look at Zeus. Zeus, what is the meaning of Zeus in Greek? What does that say, fam? What does that say? It says pig, swine, hog. The ancient word Greek. Now keep in mind, this Zeus supposed to be the suffix for salvation, right? So salvation supposed to be resonant with Zeus. And J-E supposed to be the prefix for Jehovah. But we don't get that in Greek. G is not Jehovah in Greek. Zeus means pig. It don't mean salvation, it means pig. Right there. Zeus, the ancient Greek word Zeus, means pig, swine, or hog. So what are we talking about? What are we talking? Jesus is not Joshua. It means pig. Zeus. Now, if this is Greek, if we talk about salvation, savior, Zeus supposed to be associated with a savior, right? When we look at savior in Greek, soter. See that? The Greek word for savior is soter. So if we're dealing with the savior, which is Yeshua, and we're using the terminology of the word savior, salvation attached to the name, soter would be more properly a representation of the word for Jesus than goddamn Zeus. Zeus is pig. Soter means savior in Greek. The Greek word for savior is soter. Wouldn't that make more sense to associate that with Jesus than to associate Zeus, pig, swine, and hog? So coming to say that in the book of Joshua, they could have kept that shit the same in Matthew's with Jesus. They ain't had to put no damn Jesus. They could have kept the nigga named Joshua. That's how you know it's politics. But in the Owaspy, it says Joshua right there. It says the same thing for the English version of Joshua right here. Take off the concordance. See, look at that. See that? Joshua? Joshua in the Owaspy, what'd that say? What'd that say? Joshua. The only thing that's missing is a damn A. See that? So Owaspy got the correct name of the Messiah while the Bible got the motherfucking scam. Oh, girl asked us, the Christian religion, the scam earlier. You seen the scam being played out right before your face. Owaspy got with the history of Joshua. That shit don't say Jesus. What we talking about here? Who's more authentic? We know Jesus is an imposter, but we know that Yeshua is real. Whether if we could prove it, all the details or not, but we know. What does that say? The birth of Joshua. The birth of Joshua, the genealogy of Jesus, right? See that? The New Testament's duped you. Huh? What does this say? The conception and birth of Jesus. What do Owaspy say? The birth of Yeshua. Who you rocking with? The birth of Yeshua? Or you rocking with the birth of Jesus? The pig, the hog, the swan, my brother. Swan, my brother. If you accept Jesus, you accept swan, my brother. The anointed swan. But nah, you can't get mad, nigga. That's what the shit mean right there. Look. Ain't the ancient Greek word for Zeus. Y'all niggas say Jesus. Jesus is Greek. Iesus. Just take the J off, put the I. You're still gonna have the suffix of Zeus at the end of the word, and that shit means pig in Greek. So I don't want to hear nothing. Your Lord and Savior is associated with swan, my brother. Oh, snap. You know, we be clowning over here, man. You know what I mean? Well, look. Now, I was telling you that Jesus, Yeshua, and then he eat saying, but that's a whole nother story. But I'm going to show you he ain't eat flesh and blood. Look what Joshua say. Now look at this. See, look. Joshua was of Israelitish birth, Judea, and also an Iesu. That's a whole nother topic that niggas don't even know. This Iesu term is what turned out to come to be Jesus. This Jesus you see right here is Iesu. And Owaspy explained what an Iesu is. One who was born neutral, sexless, sometimes genderless, no emotion, no sexual desire. That's what an Iesu is. It's a rare term. It's a rare term, but the Owaspy, you got to have the Owaspy to understand what an Iesu is. But an Iesu, right? Born near Jerusalem around 2000 before Cosmonero. A little before that, though, we know that. His predecessors were the tribes called Essenes, or non-resistance. He labored to restore the true Mosaical teachings, Moses' teachings. Ultimately, he was stoned to death in Jerusalem. Your God was hanged on a cross. The real Yeshua was stoned to death. He also taught the doctrine of one great spirit only. In the Christian New Testament, it has been supposed that the so-called Sermon on the Mount is a plagiarism on Joshua's teachings, adopted by the Ecumenical Council under the direction of Emperor Constantine. See that? Now, this is what this is what Yeshua was teaching. This is what he's saying. Right? But let me get down to the point right here. This is what we was getting at. We talk about diet for a second. Yeshua said, now if you niggas love Jesus, if you niggas love Yeshua, look what he said to do. You shall eat no flesh of any animal, fish, bird, fowl, or creeping thing that Jehovah created alive. So here you have coming out of Yeshua's mouth in the Owaspy that you shall not eat no flesh. Now, wouldn't that make sense? And it coincide. If Yeshua is teaching you not to eat flesh, right? And then over here, let me come back to Sathantes real quick. We'll come to the book of Sathantes right quick, 27, back here again. Now look at this. Jehovah said, now this is the creator, right? Now any prophet got to speak and align his words with what creator says. So the creator says, Jehovah said, from the trees, fruits, flowers, grains, seeds, and roots that grow in the ground, I created a ceaseless harvest going upward into the atmosphere, which shall be the sustenance of the spirits of men newborn in heaven. But whosoever feast on flesh shall not find spiritual food in heaven. So you're not going to find spiritual food in heaven. The only spiritual food in heaven among the pure is going to be what you're going to get from the fruits, flowers, grains, seeds, vegetables, and herbs, and fruits. And look what Yahshua says. You shall eat no flesh of any animal, fish, bird, fowl, or creeping thing that Jehovah created alive. So Yahshua is telling you not to eat the flesh of any animal, while Jehovah is telling you the same thing, but giving you the spiritual reason why. Because when you cross over in spirit, your spiritual body is going to be fed on the atmospheric parts of fruit radiating the aroma into the atmosphere. When you smell a mango, that's an atmospheric aroma you're smelling. Any fruit, any vegetable, anything you smell is something radiating off that fruit or that vegetable into the atmosphere. So you're going to be spiritually sustaining yourself off the atmospheric nutrients of the fruit in spirit. This is why Yahshua say don't eat the flesh, so you can sustain on a more pure diet when you cross over. But if you do eat the flesh, if you break the laws of Yeshua and do eat flesh, what did he say next? So say you don't want to follow Yahshua, right? Let me come back to that, right? Say Yahshua. This is Yahshua. Yahshua said no flesh. So say, you know what? I ain't ready for that. I ain't gonna eat. No, I gotta have my meat. So when you cross over, but whosoever feast on flesh on earth shall not find spiritual food in heaven. You ain't gonna find it. So if you're not gonna find spiritual food in heaven, how are you gonna sustain your spiritual body? Look what it states. But he shall return to the butcheries and eating houses where flesh is eaten, and before it is rotten, he shall feast on its atmospheric parts. So while the vegetarians, the fruitarians that followed Yahshua, when they cross over, their sustenance, their odor, and their aroma is going to be coming off the fruits. But when you cross over as a carnivore who don't want to listen to Yahshua, you're going to be smelling this. This is going to be your aroma. This is what you're going to be smelling. You ever came close to a dead animal and smelled the dead animal? You're going to go to where animals, let me go to the butchering houses. This is where you headed. For all you who eat meat, this is the butchering houses. Nasty, right? See the pigs? If you eat meat, it don't matter. If you didn't eat pork, when you cross over, nigga, that the aroma of that pork, he gonna eat because it's flesh. See that? See the butchery houses. See what's going on in the. Can you imagine the odor of dead flesh in these butchery houses? Can you imagine the odor? Look at that. Look at that. Imagine the odor of this. Look what Jaja say. But he shall return. Right here. Let me get that. But whosoever feast on flesh. So that's you. Let me hold on. Let me get another picture. I like to do things in just. Mango tree. Let's get a mango tree for the righteous. You know what I mean? This is what Yahshua is recommending you to eat. Fruits. See that? You can't go wrong with that. But you gotta have this though. I gotta have my meat. So this is Yahshua saying right here, ye shall eat no flesh of any animal, fish, birds, fowl, or creeping thing that Jehovah created. So he told you not to eat animals. So in return, you're gonna be a fruitarian or a vegetarian under Yahshua. But if you don't want to follow Yahshua and you decide you want to eat meat, you want to break the laws of the Most High. But whosoever feasts on flesh on earth shall not find spiritual food in heaven. You're not going to find these aroma of these fruits in heaven. You know how sweet smelling the mango is when you get it right off the mango tree? You could come to the mango tree and smell the aroma of the mango tree based off how many mangoes is on it just radiating. I was born in Miami. So mango trees used to grow freely. So just imagine the odor, and that's just one fruit. You know what I'm saying? Mango got a sweet smell to it. But then you ain't gonna have that. You're not accustomed to that diet because you was accustomed to eating carnivorous foods on earth. So when you hungry, you want meat. You don't want no mango when you hungry for the carnivores. So Jehovah said, but whosoever feasts on flesh on earth shall not find spiritual food in heaven. But he shall return to what? The butcheries and eating houses. You're going to return here in spirit. And the aroma emitting off this dead animal, that odor, that sweet savior of your Lord and Savior is what you're going to be feasting off of. But he shall return to the butcheries and eating houses where flesh is eating, and before it is rotten, what is the states? He or she shall feast off its atmospherian parts. The gaseous odors of dead flesh like this is what you niggas going to be feasting off of. While we going to be over here enjoying that high spiritual food. Now keep it, and this has to do with your spiritual grade too, spiritual ascension. You can't ascend with a stomach full of beef in your belly, talking about you pure, talking about you about to ascend to the third resurrection and you got beef in your belly, beef on your breath. Stop. You got meat rotting in the intestines. Snap. Yeah, give me a one in the chat, family, if y'all getting this understanding, man. We just having a good time building. You know how we do. Give me a one in the chat, man. Let me get something to drink. Yo, Cosmo, you want to hop on? Drop the link. Anybody want to hop on? Drop the link, yo. It's a blood clot vibes.
Bittersweet Herbals, where the taste is bitter, but the results are sweet. Bittersweetherbals.com.
Run the rhythm.
Bittersweet Herbals, where the taste is bitter, but the results are sweet. Bittersweetherbals.com.
Yes, family, make sure to get your bitters, you know what I mean? So as we read, you can obviously see that the Owaspi got your best interests. We're talking about ascending to the Ethereal worlds, the all highest, the best places, majestic, above all places. Who don't want to go there? Your creator's giving you that. Yahshua, we just read, Yahshua told you don't eat flesh and blood, and the reason why spiritually, when you cross over, is going to hinder your spiritual. But you're going to eventually ascend, of course. But you want to get it right now so you ain't got to stagnate. You know what I mean? We got Cosmon Kizzy in the busy. What's good, King?
What's the word, man? Peace to the righteous gods and all the Nirvanian goddesses created. Gang is up in this thing. What's the word?
Hey man, just decided to go live, man. You know what I mean? I thought the snow was coming tonight. So when I woke up, bro, yo, I'm seeing white, nigga. I'm seeing coke on the motherfucking streets. Just cocoa all over the place, you know what I mean? And I ain't had no bud. So I'm like, damn, I gotta go hit the streets real quick. So nigga out there motherfucking surviving through this joint.
What is wrong with this thing don't never want to act right. I think it's just this account. You dig what I'm talking about? This thing don't never want to act right, man.
But it ain't showing you. It ain't showing you.
It won't show me. I'm like waving my hand or nothing.
Yeah, you done raise your vibrational frequency to invisibility, yo. You moving
at right now, boy. We moving on the electromagnetic spectrum.
Yeah, you moving at 200 nanometers right now, nigga. You invisible.
Hear me? What's the word though?
Man, this vibing, man. I say, you know what I mean? When I got back, because I had got stuck for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So I finally got out. I got back. I was like, man, let me go live. I ain't doing much today. But I ain't do no presentation. I just said, let me just do a little quick freestyle and Q&A. You know what I mean? We just chop it up. You know what I mean?
Word. Yeah, man. Them boys don't know, man. I figured you was gonna probably go live, man. We had a good build.
Ooh, hey.
Hold on 1 second. Get your parts in here. Get in here. I'm gonna tell you again. Stop going out there. Now come on in the cage. You know you was wrong. Come on. Come on. We ain't gonna do no arguing. Come on.
23 y'all were locked down in the cage.
Come on. Come on, Bulldog. Who you looking at? Come on. Let's go.
And that is true, yeah. Because when the dietary law, the dietary law is one thing. Now you could stop eating meat and still be a wicked person. So we're not gonna overemphasize the dietary law. The dietary law is just for your own personal benefit of keeping your own body healthy. You know what I mean? There's no ego involved in it. It's just maintaining your pH balance so you don't get too sick from eating, you know what I mean, too much acidic inflammation foods. Now you could be vegetarian and still get sick. You can still be vegetarian and still be eating acidic and inflammatory foods and drink. So it's, it's a process to this. It ain't no overnight thing.
And the other spectrum works too. Just because, let's just say you haven't stopped eating meat, right? Doesn't mean that the Creator don't love you and that he won't bless you also still. Exactly. But those personal blessings that come from the benefits of having the vegetarian diet, you can't never get because you didn't put in the work to get it.
Yes.
That's like thinking you're gonna be buff with muscles without never working out.
Exactly. Or because it says through the purity of the diet, your spirit will start to tap in with the ancestors, because now you're raising your frequency to tap in with. It could be the good or bad. You just tapped in now. You know what I mean? You been witness to like, damn, okay, I done raised my frequency. I'm starting to hear a monotone, like a frequency, like a TV tone. Like you can hear TV frequency. Like these are different frequencies that you can pick up once you start to purify your body, because your blood circulation is going to circulate better, which in return is going to create your central nervous system to circulate and process better. Your neurons and all that, neurological system and all that. That's the gateway to spirit. The spirit sits in the brain. The central nervous system is the conduit. That's where the spirit sit, right here. When you die, your spirit gonna come out your head. What's that in the book of when the Brahma wife died, and it said the spirit was delivered through the head?
Yeah. Exactly. What was I was about to bring up something too. Let me share this with you real quick, Ceylon.
All right, go ahead.
Let me share this with you. About the diet. You dig what I'm talking about? Because there is a benefit.
Right.
Once this thing becomes organic within you, there's a benefit you don't even know that's gonna happen.
Right.
And like Sela said, it's like tuning in, right? Because let's just say your sonar system, your radar system is always on, right? It's just that, have you tuned it into the frequency where messages can be delivered? How you begin to tune that frequency is with your diet. You don't have no choice but to connect in.
Right.
Your dreams are going to get more vivid. You dig what I'm talking about? You'll start to notice, you'll start to look at things different.
Right, facts.
Because you're approaching them different, because you're not approaching them in a carnivorous, predatory way. You dig what I'm talking about? You're looking at it more in a way of how can this be used to benefit all instead of just benefit my stomach.
Right, big facts.
You know, just so you share that for me in the back real quick.
I didn't see that. All right.
Go
ahead.
And this is the let me blow this up a little bit. This is the book of Safa, right? And if you notice, we never was doubting, even for a second, that we was them people that descend from the true Abrahams, the true Moshes, the true Isaiah, the true Amos, the true Yeshua. We never was trying to deny that we were those people, or the quote unquote Israelites, right? But to be these people, you must do what they did. You can't
you know
say.
What? And for the record, you know what I mean, Kaz, for the people, Kaz about to work, he got this presentation he's about to bring forth called "You Are Not an Israelite."
Or 10 ways to prove you're not an Israelite.
Yeah, 10 ways to prove you're not an Israelite, because in the Owaspi, you have two fashions, the real and the fake. What we have been given all this time was the fake history of the Israelites.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But go ahead, King.
No, you right on point. That's exactly what we've been given. What you're gonna find out, and what I'm gonna show you with my my next documentary, the 10 ways to prove you're not an Israelite, is that every way in the biblical narrative that they go to show that you are a descendant of Israelite actually shows that you're a descendant of a Jew, not an Israelite. In fact, you dig what I'm talking about? That's two different people who did two different things, two different places at two different times, right? The people of the biblical narrative have usurped true Israelite heritage, doctrine, culture, nationality, ethnicity. You dig what I'm talking about? And wrote themselves into it, right? Through a made-up doctrine. Well, the doctrine was real. The doctrine was set for people, or was created for people who weren't Israelites, but wanted to be. Those people are called Leviticans. This is why you get a whole Levitican law. Right? But they're going to say, well, Leviticans come from Aaron. Well, do they?
And even if they did, like, you hold them niggas accountable to their behavior.
And yeah, even if they did, but do they? No, They do not. For the simple fact is, they try to tie in with what is called Cohen genetics. Kohen, Cohen. This is how those people of the biblical narrative apply themselves to the story.
Right.
What you find out is that a Cohen or a Coita, right, is an Egyptian priest or priestess. They would have already existed while Israel was already oppressed in Egypt.
That is true, because when you go back to the beginning of that base of the Ezra Bible, it shows you that they had the temple, the shoes bread, the Holy of Holies. They had that already set up in Egypt.
They already had it set up. So guess what? You also had a priesthood for people who weren't eligible for the inner sanctum. Guess what that's called? A Levitican, a hanger-on, a wannabe.
And you know what, too, King? It's funny you say that these people were Egyptian. They were Egyptian priests.
Yeah.
Malachi Z. York. was another one, probably one of the only ones who used to teach that. What you just said about
the Kohen.
Right, the Egyptian priests.
Yep, exactly. You did what I'm talking about. But what people got to understand, all around the world, don't matter if you was in Asia, if you was a transeer in Asia or Russia or India or Africa or Europe or America, didn't matter. It's only one system in order.
Right.
Right? And look what it says right here. That system in order, called the secret ceremonies, commanded what? A vegetable diet.
Pause. Pause. See that? You think General Yohana telling you niggas to do a vegetable diet? You think Nathaniel is telling you niggas to do a vegetable diet? Them niggas not even speaking on diet or say we're gonna do a fast. Creative gang nigga, we be like, yo, Bronze Joe be like, yo, all right, nigga. Who want to do a fast?
We doing a fast for the next week. Who trying to get on this water fast?
Let's do a 2-day water fast. So who with it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like you're supposed to encourage your people to purify your body and doing it collectively. That's more inspirational.
It's inspirational.
Go ahead.
But look, the secret ceremonies commanded a vegetable diet for who? The fathers, so-called rabbis.
That's right.
So the rabbis had were commanded to a vegetable diet.
That's right.
All the prophets, every single one of them. Notice it say prophets, not just Jesus, not just Moses.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm talking about? All of them, all around the world, are commanded to vegetable diets. So if you want to be a prophet, change your diet.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first thing you got to do. And I'm telling you, if you can master and dominate your diet, you can do anything on this earth.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can't do. So once you see how hard it is to dominate your stomach, right? Flying is easy.
Right. Hey, you're gonna have to go to the to add a precept on top of that right there.
Yeah.
You gotta go to the I'm looking for right now the book of it's in the book of discipline. I mean the book of judgment. But keep on building. I'll let you know I get it.
It said the secret ceremonies commanded a vegetable diet for the rabbis. They call them rabbonis. The prophets, the seers. Look, the seers is a different thing from a Winona. Y'all never even knew what a Winona was. Did y'all thought that was a woman's name? Like Winona Judd?
Right.
No, a Winona is a medium. And it's specifically a trance medium. Like JBN and them was doing. Like like what's baby girl that spoke to Lincoln? Natty
right.
Maynard.
Right.
Like the sister that wrote George Washington. She will be called a Winona or a medium or a trance subject.
Now let me interject real quick because I want to precept that what you're reading before you go on dealing with the vegetable part. So just open up another page and go to Book of Judgment 18 verse 11.
Book of Judgment. Hold on, I'm gonna just stay right here. We're gonna go right back. Book of Judgment as 32. And what again, Sila?
18 verse 11.
18:11.
This is what I was looking for earlier and shit, actually. Before you had came on. I was looking in the wrong book.
It's all good.
When you just read that part, that shit just hit me like, oh, it's in judgment. It's in judgment.
And you dig what I'm talking about? Y'all don't Don't think you gotta be one of them. Book of Judgment, 18 and 11.
Yeah.
You get what I'm talking about?
Right.
You know,
You ain't got to be a memory each line here like
yeah,
that.
you ain't gotta do that.
We ain't on it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we ain't on it. I mean, if you can do it, good for you. You did what I'm talking about. You remembering these precepts. But what I'm telling you is, if you just read Owaspy, you can't forget none of it. Things that you did and you may have not caught at first,
right,
are still impressed upon you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You gonna get what you supposed to get right then, as soon as you pick up the page.
Every time. It ain't never time I read it and it wasn't like,
yeah.
Every time I pick that bitch up, it's like, good night, nigga.
Yeah, what? Wait a minute, I read this 8 times and didn't
exactly. We read this every time on the it'd be lives we be doing and read the shit and we done discover some new shit right there in the midst of the live. In the moment.
You say 18 and 11?
Yeah.
It says, I say to you in truth, you have not fulfilled the first law. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Wait.
Mm-hmm. Speak on it.
Let's go up one more.
Speak on it.
Hold on. We're going to go up 2 more. We're going to go up to 9.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We're going to go up to 9.
Hey, look how it start off in chapter 1. I mean, verse 1.
Look, 1.
We were just talking about this.
Let's just go to 1 then. We just go to 1. I'm telling you.
You can't make this
if
shit
you
up.
Don't read it back, you missing something.
Yeah, boy.
Look, this is the book of Judgment, chapter 18, right? God judges religions of the world's people. He's judging the religions. True God, your big brother. Let that sink in. He not the father. He the brother. So just like Selah is to me,
right?
You dig what I'm talking about? That's my brother. I would as much as I love the man, I would never praise him
or bow down to a nigga feet.
Yeah. Oh, holy is thou, last Selah. No, nigga.
Hey, that's how they gonna be in goddamn when they see Jesus and shit.
Yes. And what I'm telling you is, soon as that happens, they got you.
You got duped.
You got duped.
Blood clot duppy.
You dig what I'm talking about? You talking to a demon, a druja, you listen. If you, the way to prove that if your God is fake is if he ever asked for praise. If he said, you got to praise me or something else,
you should be goddamn turning and going the other way quick as possible.
Quick as possible, because what I'm telling you is he gonna come to you on the hour of your death. He gonna come to you. He gonna be whatever you think he is. In light and glory with wings and music playing. Oh,
and to validate that, cuz when you watch
with that deep voice, yeah.
when you hear them niggas who have them near death experience, they tell you that.
Yeah. They always tell you the same thing.
Yeah, I seen Jesus.
I seen Jesus, and he had a voice like running water. They tell you the same thing.
And the thing is that if he had a voice like running water, that's a low vibrational frequency.
See,
high vibrational frequencies are your higher out your higher pitches.
Sound like music,
right? Bass is low vibrational. That's why they say like with the rap, it's a low vibrational frequency. It's a Drugian frequency. It's like goddamn, the long way. You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop can be something different too. Rap can be something different too.
Man, that shit was like
you say. This crazy though.
But now go ahead. Let's read.
You want me to read this right here?
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's get into it.
It say, chapter 18. God judges the religions of the world's people. Hear the words of your God. You who are priests and preachers, and rabbis, all you have set yourself up before men. Ooh, this the Creflo.
This is the Hebrew camps.
This the Hebrew camps. This the Nathaniels. This the GF.
Because it say priest. This ain't priest. That's your Kohen right there.
That's your Kohen. This is your Jews. These are your Baptists, your Presbyterians, your AMEs, your Protestants, your Calvinists,
Louis boys.
Your Latter-day Saints. Anybody who got a nigga up there telling them what to do. If you one of them, right? He talking to you, and you set yourself up before men, professing to hold the key to salvation and to the places of my resurrections in heaven. For all you Pastor Soft Shoes, red and pink toe, my wife need clothes, baby need shoes, ass niggas.
Pastor Pork Chop.
For all you cut off the goat head on the Sabbaths as Negroes. For everybody who up in church preaching good, sweating, but ain't went out in that neighborhood and actually sweated by sticking your hands in that dirt. Talking to you. We ain't talking to the people sitting in the crowd. They listening. But we specifically talking to you, Creflo, to you, TD Jakes, to you, Geno Jennings, to you, Louis Farrakhan, to you, fake ass Jabari Osaze, you suffered and shot at. That's gonna be a bar on you for your life. You can't never shake that, especially with your mannerisms. That was a bar, cut you to your soul.
Yo, King, when that line came, I was like, "Oh, niggas gonna love this shit right here."
Yeah.
Boy.
It said, "Listen to the words of your who." Wait a minute. First of all, C-La, who judging?
God.
God is judging. So we listening to the words of who?
Yo, elder brother,
Who?
God of these heavens
God?
and earth. Wow, look at that.
Who is God?
Look at that.
Your elder brother. Not the father.
Now, let's clear that up. Let's clear that up, Kaz. So basically, an angel is a one-time human being. So
right.
Me and Cosmo and everybody listening,
you're gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna die.
And the label of the label of the person you're gonna be is classified as angel. Angel, right. Ancestor, Netta, whatever name you want to put on it, you're gonna be looking like how we looking now. Right?
Right.
Sensible being.
You could call it a spirit, you could call it an ancestor. Well, for instance, when your grandmama died, your grandmama went to heaven. Right? She went up there with the good guys. And guess what they did? They started schooling her, giving her knowledge, and raising her up higher and higher and higher. But the day she died, she became what is called an angel. It's right. The spirit of a man. See, anybody can say spirit. Spirit don't denote whether it's a man or a woman or an animal.
Exactly.
The thing that runs you or that creates life is a spirit. It's the spirit. It's the spark, right? But that spark in an animal and the spark in a man are different. Right? One rises higher than the other. Both life, right? But then you have the soul. Above that, you did what I'm talking about. Creator said he took ether and even rarefied it. He rarefied the atmosphere, splitting it into two parts, the gaseous part and the spirit or the soul.
Mm-hmm.
right? So in man, you are a thing within a thing, like a Russian doll. You a spirit in a man. You ever heard them old sayings? They say, Sila, you are a spiritual being having a physical experience.
Right. Yep.
That's what they was trying to explain.
Right, exactly.
That when you die, that thing that is actually you. Because the thing that's you ain't the physical body. The physical body is gonna go back to the earth.
Right. And the
imprint
of the spirit is in resemblance of this body. That's why anytime grandma ancestors
they come back, they look just the same.
They just rarefied, exactly.
They look just the same, and they look like the best versions of themselves.
Right.
When you ain't never seen a fat angel.
Oh, snap. So basically what we're summing up here is that God is a title bestowed on an angel, a one-time human being. So when God said he's our elder brother, that's like Cosmon. All right, so let's say Cosmon died 2,000 years ago, and a nigga sitting on as God on the throne right now.
Right now.
He reaches out to me in spirit. He sends a guardian angel to me and say, yo, that nigga Cosmon up in the heaven said, yo, man, holla. Elder brother said, holla at you, man. It was good. And I'm like, Cosmon from 2,000 years ago, who we read about?
Yeah, no word, that nigga,
he's sitting on the throne right now. What's good, Cos? What's good, my nigga? You on the throne?
Yeah, I'm up here, cuz.
What? You done made it to the Godhead?
Yeah. We up here. Look. I got something to tell you. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it go.
Exactly.
But that's the dope part is Awaspi teach you how to tell if what I'm about to say is good as God or if what I'm about to say is low and demonic.
Right.
It teach you how to tell who you talking to and who even inspires them. So they can't trick you, even if they do come in light. You dig what I'm talking about? This nigga 30 feet tall, Cosmon, you bow down to me now. You dig what I'm talking about? Beforehand, I'd have been like, oh shit. You dig what I'm talking about? Knees knocking. You dig what I'm talking about? Now I'm like, nigga.
Nigga, if you ain't true God, nigga, you better back off. We're gonna have a fade, boy.
No, I know what to do for you. I know what to do for you. I can settle all this real quick. I'm gonna call on one name.
You know what I mean? Hey,
and all this is gone. You out of here. I'm not even rocking down here. I'm going to the second resurrection, bro. Shout to the Creator gang. You don't know how important you are.
For the Creator, for the Creator to give you an inheritance. When you look up in the cosmos, that's your inheritance, man.
That's me, cuz.
That's your inheritance. When you look up in the night sky, it's like looking through a tree. It's like a chicken inside the egg.
Yeah,
we're looking through a transparent egg into the afterlife when we look into the cosmos.
Yeah,
the cosmos is the life after death. That's where you headed.
And then look, y'all, just to bring it back home to make it visualize the dark space in between stars. That's what Sila talking about. That dark energy, that etheric heaven, that mass of solution up there. Because see, what he's trying to tell you is it's see-through.
Right.
This is why space is dark, because it's vast regions where unless you got a focused light, it can't cut through all that darkness.
Yeah, because remember, we only seeing 400 to 700 nanometers, which is visible light, out of a spectrum
of like 1%. We see like 1% of light.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't even. It's like when we when we tap in the spirit world, we gonna be like, yo, did he ever live, my nigga? Like, what was that Earth life about?
Yeah, what was we didn't listen, bro. They would freak out if they really seen what was going on around them. See that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
They would freak out. People would just lose their bananas.
Because you got spirits of the dead roaming the earth. I'm talking about right among you.
Mm-hmm.
walking. I remember one of my homeboys, yo, this nigga from Haiti. The nigga was like, yo, him and his partners, this nigga, he a Levite nigga too. That's crazy, cuz he a Levite, and his family is into the priesthood, the voodoo shit. This nigga said he was in the crib. This nigga said he seen a person come through the wall, walk across, and went through the other wall.
Yeah, see,
when you start seeing shit like that's why Jaja probably was like, you know what? I ain't gonna get these niggas. I ain't gonna give it to you like that, because you may start seeing shit that may bust your goddamn heart open, nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I'm standing right here and I see a nigga walk through the wall and then walk across the living room and then vanish in the next wall, nigga, I'm gonna be tripping. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna call you, yo, Kaz, nigga, you ain't gonna believe what I just seen, bro.
And guess what? Guess what niggas gonna say to you, C-Lock? Man, stop capping, man. Ain't nobody. You dig what I'm talking about? They're not even gonna believe you.
You know what I mean? To experience,
you see what I'm saying? That'll make you think you crazy.
Yeah. But see, for what we know, we gonna be like, yo, that's a goddamn lingering spirit.
That's a truth.
Yeah, that's a
yeah, nigga, what's going on, Cass?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, niggas be telling me them stories how niggas be seeing spirits moving through the crib. He said one spirit.
That's real.
One spirit was choking his father out. He said the spirit had this nigga father by the neck doing this shit like a nigga got you like this. The spirit was doing like that to that nigga, son.
Wow.
I said, oh no. And then, you know, I'm Caribbean and shit. So, you know, my mother, you know, they got them folklores and them stories. But she ain't with that shit at all. She's like, nigga, don't play with that type of shit. Leave that shit alone. Because they got certain stories in the Caribbean about people and spirits that ain't the best experience. So it's like, all right, niggas. If a spirit choking me and shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that. Let me just sit around and do good works to niggas. I ain't tapping in shit.
Right, because see what y'all don't understand is you gotta have juju around.
Right.
You gotta have spirits around you. You like. They drawn to it. Now the thing is, are they gonna dominate you, or are you gonna raise them up?
Right. Because see, when the person comes out their body, a lot of them trying to
find if you can get one Druja, just one. What else better is a God? What else more is a God?
Right. To raise your brother.
Ain't nothing else. Listen, and then sometimes you gonna tell the Druge in your behavior. So when you cut them cigarettes out, guess what you done did?
You done cut that Druja.
You done cut the Druge, you done raised him up. When you cut that meat out, guess what you done did for all them Druges?
You done
raised them up. Because why? Because the strength of your spirit.
Lift them up.
Right? Many times spirits are infidel to us because they gotta be.
Right.
Because they gotta be. They would just be laying on the ground like spiritual puddles, just being walked on if they couldn't get some of this good light from Cosmon. If they couldn't get good light from Yappa or Angelic.
Exactly.
Right? They'd be tossed up, caught up in a hell knot. And soon will be. Oh, just like all water leads back to the ocean. Come on. Don't matter if you come out of pond, river, evaporation from a sink. It don't matter. You're gonna go back to the sky and you're gonna rain back in that ocean.
Exactly.
And it start all over again. You dig what I'm saying? They say, listen to the words of your elder brother. So simple, y'all. This is bro, not papa. A child could understand this. This is not your papa. This is your bruh. Who is your bruh? Bruh is God of these heavens and this earth. So we are in no confusion that God is some spooky, mystical, tropical ass nigga. No. This is your brother. This is grandfather.
He's not the future mystical, magical. He ain't that.
Yeah. This is your great grandfather. Huh? This is your 10,000 generation auntie. Huh? These people that sprouted right here from right where you at. A man, think about it, has reached the true level of what you think a God is. And I'm telling you, true God is even more powerful than what you think he is, right? But he's nowhere near what the creator is. And that even that power that you're applying to God to make a sun, moon, stars, he get it from a source that's higher than him. God is no more than what you gonna be in 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 30,000 years. However long it takes to get there. Ain't it worth it?
That's right. You got that Ethereum inheritance.
Nigga, I'm going to get mine.
Feeding Druges. They got a
Bro, I
ring
gotta listen. What he telling you is see like somewhere. I got a planet out there.
Yeah, nigga, you gonna be running a planet one day. You know what I mean? Yeah, we looking at our states. We gonna be ruling that when we look in the cosmos and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a solar system. I'm in. You did because see the thing is, God just run a Earth.
Exactly. He's
Well,
the captain of the planet.
Who run the sun then?
See, now we going deeper.
Okay, well then, who run the solar system? Who runs a galaxy?
But hold up, let's go back to that sun. Who runs the sun? Because somebody got to be in charge of that.
Come on. If somebody in charge of Earth, who in charge of that? Who in charge of the sun?
Exactly. And then
Listen,
the archangels,
ain't no secret systems going on in the heavens that ain't already going on Earth. Right. Ain't nothing secret. That's the secret. That it ain't no secrets. They just hide stuff.
Because what niggas feel and realize is that the heavenly kingdoms are expressed on Earth. Look how every state got a city, a vast city. Every state in America got a city.
That's right.
You go to Africa, them niggas got big cities. You go to anywhere in the world, especially China, Tokyo and Hong Kong, ain't nothing but city.
Right.
You got the heavenly kingdoms established on Earth, but these kingdoms are from the false gods.
Right.
Their God, their New Jerusalem is already here.
It's already here. Crazy. They say, listen to the words of your elder brother, God of these heavens and this earth. Behold, I will set you in judgment over yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's deep. And the powers of the Creator within you shall cry out for truth and justice.
Mm-hmm.
We call these y'all know what y'all call this today, right? Y'all call this a thing when that spirit of creator calls out within you, you call it something. What do y'all call that?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all call it morals. Huh? When your morals, let's change the word. When your morals within you shall cry out for truth and justice.
See that rise?
Mm-hmm. You don't stop putting the creator away. Everything good is him. If it's a good thought, it's him. Or if you don't like saying him, it's her. Don't matter. Don't change nothing.
Exactly. As long as you don't put an image to it, you can call it whatever you want.
Yeah, as long as you don't put nothing on it. Let it be what it is. This is why he don't really say him or her. He just say creator.
Exactly. Because that encompasses both energies.
All things.
Exactly. You can't be a goddamn positive energy being claiming to be all, or you can't be a negative energy proclaiming to be all.
Listen,
you got to be both.
To prove what I said was just absolutely true, look at the sentence before it.
Go ahead.
Behold, I will set you in judgment over yourself.
Exactly.
When you
that
get
right
to
there.
judging yourself
That right
about
there.
what you doing, what checks you? It's your morals. What religion has taught us is to put that thing separate from the creator, right? And think and make you think it's just coming out of you. No, it is the mind of creator.
Mm-hmm.
This is why he sets you in judgment of yourself. Why? Because it's one right mind that can judge. You can use that mind to judge yourself. It's called a moral, or the Jehovah, the creator within you. Ain't that dope?
Mm-hmm.
It said, take your chosen of the congregation. Uh-oh, somebody chose, Selah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
To be the chosen, you got to choose, correct? All right.
That's right.
Take your who you choose then. Did you choose God and Lord God and Jesus? Oh, help me, Lord. Jesus. Did you pick Jesus and Buddha and Brahma? Did you put the great creator to the side? Your grandmama didn't. Great grandmama didn't. Your great Algonquin ancestors didn't. Huh? Your great Vedic ancestors didn't. Your great Israelite ancestors didn't. Your great 10, Hope 10 ancestors, the great Confucians didn't. Huh? You forgot. Now they coming back to tell us this stuff. Huh? Have you noticed it's been a slow rise, because they can't just give you the stuff about the earth. What would an angelic etheric being be telling you anything about the earth for? Huh?
Exactly. Hey, you got a God that's supposed to be creating galaxies, and he over here smiting Benjamin.
Oh no! Not only is he smiting Benjamin, he giving you lotto numbers.
Right.
Huh?
This nigga rolling dice with your life.
Right? So you got to be conscious and aware of who's saying what. Because anybody can say anything. Remember this is a truth. When they say men lie, women lie, but you should add another truth with that. Men lie, women lie, gods lie. If I'm just telling you, you God, Jeebus tell you God, the whole Christos ideology of Buddha tells you that you God. Huh? Everybody saying you God. Now ask yourself, as God, have you ever lied? Men lie, women lie, gods lie.
And you goddesses lie too.
You all lie too. And when I say God, I mean goddess too. Because right now, it ain't even no God on earth. Goddess running this shit.
That's why the
Big
female
dog,
energy is so big.
That's my big sister. She'll beat you up.
That's why the females running everything right now.
That's female. If y'all ain't felt this female energy, especially in these first 200 years.
And that's a female Etherian goddess that pulled up in that big Bentley goddamn ether ship.
Same one that made Lincoln change his mind about freeing the slaves. Came and balked up on the nigga. Like, look, little homie, you gonna free these niggas or it's gonna be some problems. And because part 2 of my killing spree right here in Washington, D.C.
Oh, shit.
Now, do you want some of this old God or do you want some of this God? Lincoln was like, man,
I'm from New York City, goddammit.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm gonna go ahead and free these niggas then. And what you end up finding out is the majority of the people who ended up getting freed had pale faces. They told the story in reverse. Yeah. That's what they ain't told you. That's what they ain't told you. We don't even get into that. It don't even matter. You did what I'm talking about. But to bring back the truth of the thing is, many of them people who was enslaved didn't look nothing like you. Melanated Ahuan. Yeah. The great Angan. Yeah. Yeah, the iron leaning Gan, the Angui, is the Negro of America. And guess what? It's only one of us on the planet. We ain't nowhere else. We ain't nowhere else but in Guatemala. The land of the folk tribes. This is why you produce every phenotype. Because from day one, you was admixed with every major phenotype on earth. They tell you they were so admixed in America that they had no preference over who was who. All y'all sisters was fine and thick and pretty. So yeah, guess what we did? We hunched on it. That's what it is. Y'all thought we was big and buff and cute. So guess what you did? You hunched on it. And guess what? And because we was different colors, we produced different colors. And the majority of the people, because the majority of the people were Negroidal, irregardless of color, right? It produced a copper-colored Negroidal people. On average, you would be brown. If you mix everybody together, you get brown. You did what I'm talking about? So, this is the OWASP dope because it give you some of them clear understandings. Yeah, you don't gotta stretch for this. I ain't gotta make nothing up.
Right. It makes you investigate because it's like telling you. See, the dope shit about OWASP, it cross compares nature a lot. So, like me and Kyle was talking the other day, I was like, the mango tree that grows in goddamn Jamaica,
right,
and the mango tree that grows in the Congo, Africa,
right,
it's two different motherfucking genomes. Although they're the same fruit, the mango tree from Africa roots didn't go across West Africa under the Atlantic. And then found its way to Jamaica and created a goddamn mango tree. The Jamaican mango tree genetically comes from the African mango tree through the genome and all. See, now nature shows that fruits, diversity of fruits are made throughout the planet. So humans will fall in that same motherfucking thing. The mountain lion in motherfucking Wyoming, America is not the damn lion in Africa, but they're lions though. Or tigers or whatever the fuck. So, you know what I mean? Grizzly bears and shit like that.
Yeah.
Water animals. So it's like the creator created man in pairs of thousands throughout the earth. I say around the equator region. Yeah. Because when man was created, his body had to maintain a body temperature to even sustain life. Because if he get too cold, he gonna die. Because he ain't learned how to put on clothes and none of that yet. You know what I mean? He can survive in the heat. That'll be his best. So, you know, the equator region around the earth would be the most safest zone for the earliest creation of man.
And it would produce enough food naturally. He would stay warm naturally. He wouldn't have to know anything to feed himself.
Right. Everything is right there at arm's reach.
Right there. You dig what I'm talking about? It's take your children of the congregation of your church and make manifest that which you preach. He say, so stop talking and make it happen, Captain. Take the best of your homies, right? And whatever you preaching, make that manifest, make it real. And prove that you have a good and sufficient doctrine for the salvation of souls.
Exactly. Now pause. It says for the salvation of soul is teaching the service of doing the others. Because the service of doing the others is going to raise your grade, which in return is going to save your ass from goddamn falling behind. Being left back in grade. So when we talk about salvation, we're not just talking about salvation and it sounds good. We can explain what salvation is as far as it being a part of your spiritual progression.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, King.
Choose the best of your flock and show your God an example. Hush up. Show your God an example of all those who do not serve mammon or money, the ways of the world's people, or gain, riches, or even serving yourself.
Right. You're whoremongers.
Show your God, show your big bro an example, right? Your God an example of all those who do not serve the money and the material gain and the self. Show them an example of those who serve Jehovah. Look, seal up their mouths. Shut your mouth. For what? You shall judge them.
Not by words, but what comes out of the soul.
By words, you can tell me anything you want to. You can tell me you are Israelite all day. But if you going to the Amalekites, killing the daddy, cutting the mama head off, killing the children, and bashing the suckling babies' heads up against brick walls, nigga, you not an Israelite. Don't matter what you say, you is. That's not what Israelites do. Guess what Israelites do? They are the most highly raised spiritual people to some walk the earth. They believe they didn't kill, they didn't war. That's what an Israelite is. So if you went and killed the suckling baby, wouldn't matter what your genetics was or what you told me you was, your actions by what came out of your soul.
Facts.
Prove to me who and what you was. That's why I say, make it manifest. Make it real. Right? Because you can tell me anything.
Exactly.
That's why I say, also, seal up their mouths.
Hush your blood clot.
Yeah, ras clot. Cállate la boca. Shut your mouth. Why? Why we supposed to be quiet? This is why it's different for the gang. And this is why a lot of people be saying, man, you should just leave people alone. But who gonna teach you this? That because your Bible tell you to judge not less or unless you be judged. Wasp be saying, shh, hush your mouth, because you gonna judge these niggas. Don't say nothing to them, but watch them.
Watch them.
And judge them. Man, you know that's some hoe ain't. Hey, man, there ain't nothing good about that. Or dang, that's fire. That's dope. You did what I'm saying? Yeah, that's good. That's light right there. Judge it for yourself.
Right.
Don't say nothing. Why? Because it don't matter what you saying, Cosmon.
It's what you seeing. It's what's coming out the soul.
And then what you make man about is going to tell me, it's going to prove to the world, not by words, but by what come out of my soul. That is the action of me, of the judging. Because if I know killing babies ain't good, guess what I'm not going to do?
I'm not going to kill babies. We're not killing the picnic. What happened to them?
You think what I'm talking about? So it's not by words. It's by what come out of your soul. And you shall divide your earthly possessions with one another. See, like, they ain't ready for this.
Nope. That's that he's saying living. This is what Yeshua was trying to tell you niggas over 2,000 years ago.
They've been crying to bring the heavens of the Creator down here on earth. Ain't they in the Lord's Prayer?
That's exactly.
Well, this is how you do.
You know what the crazy thing about that? They see, because the OWASP got a book called The Book of Jehovah's Kingdom on Earth. But what y'all fail to realize is that Jehovah's Kingdom on Earth is not the end all be all. It's just the establishment. It's just the establishment for mortals.
Yeah,
that's it. So when you die, nigga, you ain't coming back to that kingdom on earth. Jehovah's Kingdom on earth. You moving up to Jehovah's Kingdom in the atmospheric realm.
Atmospheric heavens. Correct.
Go ahead, King.
Look, you cooking. And you shall divide your earthly possessions one with another. I don't think they really looked at the word communal yet.
Right.
I don't think y'all know how your ancestors lived. I'm telling you, the Israelites lived this way. The Algonquins, the Iroquois, the Siouan, the Vedic, the ancient Persians, the Chinese, the Hotian, the Confucians. All of them lived this way. And then the crazy part is, everybody do this in America except us. You shall divide your earthly possessions with one another. It'd be 15 Mexicans in the house till everybody get a house.
Exactly. Now you just opened up a can of worms with that example. See how he done brought the verse alive with that example? If niggas follow this one verse right here, nigga, we all be millionaires in a couple of years.
Come on, it's coming. Because this is how your ancestors always had. Because this stuff is about community politics, banking, and you did what I'm talking about. Our money whipped around in our hood and never left.
Right.
It whipped it around in the hood and then stopped in our bank. You see what I'm saying? So we end up working for us. Ain't no big me's, ain't no little U's. So that means the CEO of the company is just as important as the nigga who make sure your water run in your bathroom.
Exactly.
The plumber and the CEO are not better than each other.
Right. It's equal playing ground.
Yeah, and not only that is it equal, it's a necessity. You can't even have the building without the plumbing.
Exactly.
So one feeds the other. And once we get this communal understanding back again, then you're going to see shalom. I'm not even in a rush. I know what's about to happen.
Hey, look at this compared to what the rest of the verse says, and then it makes me think about here they're dividing the goods on the altar for the poor, but then these niggas the Leviticans is taking goat heads and dividing the body parts as an offering to the god.
And then hold on, they taking a piece of too, because now I can buy a Learjet and a big boy Bentley and a G35 Waggy. You dig what I'm talking about? As the pastor,
right?
I write my house off in taxes because of my job. Huh? So let's not get it twisted. It's still the game.
Right.
And and guess how many rich people, let's just take TD Jakes, not TD Jakes. Let's take Creflo Dollar Church, for example. Right? And he divided up the wealth it take to keep that Learjet that he thought for what was it, 35, 45 million? But it would take close to $1 billion or 750 million a year to keep that up and running. You dig what I'm talking about? You got to buy it, but you got to upkeep it. You see what I'm saying? Imagine if he split that $750 million with his congregation.
Exactly.
Imagine the effect it would have
or a nice game plan on top of that. You know what I mean?
With a nice game plan. Yeah. But what if he gave 700? What is that?
Go ahead. Hold on.
750,000 people $1 million in his neighborhood, in his churches, with a plan to reinvest the money to make it move, to make it manifest. That's a church. That's religion. It's the plan. It's the work done. It ain't even got nothing to do with the money. But look how the money in this world helps get things done. You see what I'm saying? So imagine if you had all your homeboys was millionaires. What couldn't y'all do? See? This is what's coming. It's something higher than the government that we got now. It's something higher than the understanding you have now coming to the earth. Something higher is coming. But it's birthed in you. It starts with an ideal, a thought, a peace, shalom. It comes from inside. And you shall divide your earthly possessions with one another, being as brethren. And you shall cast it upon the altar of your church, saying, we give it to the poor. I can't wait. Or with a good plan, a good system in order, it'll run forever. Or if you have houses. Well, watch me saying this in 1881. If you have houses, you shall say to the poor, come and dwell in our houses. How many houses could you buy with $750 million? How many apartment complexes could you create, and jobs you could create for people to be self-sustainable? Because the point is to make them self-sustainable, not that they dependent on you. How many jobs could you create to make people self-sustainable and homes?
Man, you could buy a whole community. You could buy a abandoned community for that.
Facts.
You remember we seen it when we was looking at it up one time. We was looking
way
up
less than that.
Exactly. That shit wasn't even $1 million.
Wasn't even $1 million for a whole town, y'all.
A whole town, exactly. I was like, bro,
like fish. You know what I mean?
You make a call to some of the homies, like, hey, bro, you know what I mean? We need
hey, cuz one of y'all got to go make it.
And that
do not persuade yourselves.
Said, go ahead, read on.
But look, see, like, when have you seen this? When have you seen Joel Osteen say, come and dwell in his house?
Exactly. Look at that. Look what the OWASP is saying for you churchgoers. This for you Christians. And you know what, King? We can hit the Christians with this.
Yeah. Where are you? Why is it that when the going get tough, like when they had them floods in Houston a few years ago, and all them hurricanes and all that stuff came in, Joel Osteen closed the doors to his super church and wouldn't let the people who was drowning in the flooding hurricane water into the so-called house of God. You make it make sense.
See that? So who he serving?
So who are inspiring Joel Osteen and his congregation?
Exactly.
True God said you're supposed to open your doors. If you have houses, you shall say to the poor, come and dwell in our house. Do not persuade. Don't trick yourself. Oh, men of darkness. Who is he talking about? He's talking about them pastors, them rebels, so-called groovy gurus.
The groovy guru.
The groovy guru. These niggas always trying to sell you some highfalutin ass shit. Trying to sell you a crypto dollar or some Go ahead, bro.
You good. You know who's a groovy guru though?
Huh.
Jabari, yo. He got to be the top groovy groover right there.
Man, he one of them. You dig what I'm talking about? It's a bunch of these niggas. I could put them out there. It's a bunch of these niggas. Sir. You dig what I'm talking about? I could just put you on blast right now. You dig what I'm saying? But to what benefit when you gonna have to come see Cosmon in the end of the day anyway? Whether it's in this world or the next, either we making a knot, you making a nice fat knot. You dig what I'm talking about? Or I'm gonna have to pull you out of one in this world or the next. Don't matter. You gonna have to come see the game. We are so far ahead of the game, standing with the Creator. Huh? Nobody can hold a candle to you. You ain't even gotta read OWASP. It benefits you if you do. But you don't got to. You want me to tell you what make you a faithist? Do good. That make you a faithist. You don't even gotta believe in the Creator. You can be an atheist. You ain't gotta believe in God. Huh? But if you doing God's work, what is it? What's the difference?
See that? It's the works, Ayah.
Huh?
You can believe in nothing.
You can believe
the works.
nothing.
But
that
the works
don't tell you who you is.
Exactly. You ever came across just good people? They don't really believe nothing.
They don't believe nothing. They just good. That you a faithist. And more to the line of Creator. Because you standing in the middle.
Right.
I'm not swaying one way. I'm not swaying the other way. I'm not letting the light or the dark, which are necessary. You gotta have light and dark. They're necessary.
What y'all just say? You gotta know the extremes of good and evil to obtain the Godhead.
Come on, man.
I'm like, good night.
That means, guess what? I got to know.
And then not only that, he ain't say you got to know a little good. This nigga said the extremes of the situation.
Come on, man.
Extreme evil is warfare. That's like you heavily engaged in warfare. You got to figure this shit out. So these captains and generals of war who engaging in war, who strategizing and killing men, these soldiers in return are going to be the ones who's going to dismantle warfare when they become one with the Creator.
And then they set up a government that does the same thing to our people, bro. We the most hated people on the earth.
That is true.
To understand that it's even, but yeah, it make it seem like it's about color, right? Because a lot of the faithists were melanated. It just is what it is, especially in America, right? But bro, to know they really hate you because you stand by the Great Spirit. That ain't got nothing to do with skin color.
Exactly.
That ain't got nothing to do with skin color. They really hate you because you love Him.
Right. This is a spiritual. What they say, we dealing with principalities and high places. If y'all niggas still on the carnal, that's why the Hebrew Israelites are stuck. Because they still stuck in the carnal.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, this is a spiritual warfare. Like you was just said, if it's about the character. You ain't a real Israelite if you ain't living according to the character of what the Creator said.
Yeah.
So if you going over here chopping off bullock heads, lambs and turtle doves and all this, that ain't Creator.
Yeah, you ain't get that from Him.
The Lord.
Now it's time to ask yourself who you get it from then.
Yeah.
Did you get it from God?
What is the opposite of Creator?
Ooh.
I'm like, what? Because there ain't no middle. It's either you with the Creator or you. So basically, if you ain't rocking with the Creator, all other gods are Satan.
Yeah.
If it ain't Creator, rightful ruler, true God, outside of that, if it ain't under those pretense, nigga, you is Satan. because you deceiving people.
Right.
You know, you opposing.
Satan literally means self, y'all.
Yeah. You going against the creator to aggrandize yourself, to glorify me. Me. When you come to my kingdom, I want you niggas to bow down at the door and crawl in your belly to me. And then kiss my boot. And then look away from me. Don't even look in my eyes. You can't see me and live.
Yeah.
You see the arrogance of the false gods? So that's what we saying. The false gods are Satan. We'll get your attention with that, I bet.
It say, don't trick yourselves. Don't persuade yourselves, O men of darkness, that you are not graded by the angels above. Nor say to yourselves, the Creator does not see or hear.
How many times we hear that? The atheists.
Man, that's crazy. Where am I? 18. Damn, I messed up.
Right, there you go. You right there. It's I think 9. Because I know the pinnacle of the verse was 11 we were supposed to go to.
Here it comes. My bad, y'all. My little I ain't be acting stupid.
They gotta get them out.
Nor say, when we are dead. Let me go back up. Do not persuade yourselves, O men of darkness, that you are not somehow not graded by the angels of above. Nor say to yourself, Jehovah does not see or hear. Nor say, when we are dead, our souls shall turn suddenly good and ascend to the right hand of God.
That's a Christian belief. Right.
It's that Christian belief. You think you about to be
with Jesus
and made into a bright soul in the twinkling of an eye.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't about to happen. You ain't about to ascend to the right hand of God. And if you do, that means you just got duped.
Right. You were chosen to that false god. That's what that means.
Yeah, you about to go to a slave pit. Right? He about to put you to work. Nor flatter yourselves. Don't flatter yourself saying, we did the best we could under the circumstances. Huh? I say to you in truth.
Now, this is the verse we was coming back to the diet.
Right,
go ahead.
Right here to the diet.
Mm-hmm.
I say to you, you have not fulfilled the first law. What is the first law? Which is to make clean your own physical, corporeal body.
See that? That's the first law.
What's the first law, Eli?
To make clean your physical. Now, it's crazy because Israelites would be like, oh, the first law, hear, O Israel, the Lord thy God is one. No. Before you could even register that, you had to feed your body as a child. Your mother had to feed you before you could even comprehend you were Israelite, before you could comprehend the 10 Commandments, before you could utter these things. The first commandment is the dietary law.
Law. I got to eat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The
because
first
you have
law.
stuffed yourself. Look what he say. Look what he say. This stuff will convict you, bro.
Yeah, bro. A lot of self-conviction when reading the whole
This
lot.
stuff will convict you. And then look, listen, y'all. It was 7+ years or so.
Mm-hmm.
Till I got it all the way right till I was done with this, bro. It wasn't like I got a waspy and I was just like, nigga, I'm gonna stop eating hamburgers.
Nah. Shit, you don't read a book and goddamn just change overnight with nothing.
Yeah, bro. It was years and years later.
Yeah, that should take time.
And then I figured I still gonna eat some. I ain't gonna trick myself. So I just
Right.
cut out all the red meat and
Right.
just ate fish and turn my
Exactly.
veggies up. You did what I'm talking about? And then after
It's
a
a
while,
process. See, that's what people don't understand. It's a process. Just because you read it and hear it, it don't mean you go do it overnight. You got to gradually, you got to gradually make the change because your body's not accustomed to just turning overnight and then you doing that. You got to gradually do that shit.
Yeah, that if like for real, like if somebody was, let's just say they had to have smoke cigarettes or something, right? And knowing how the addiction is, I wouldn't tell them to just quit it cold turkey. That's gonna make you fall back into it. I would say, well, try to cut it down in half first.
Right, exactly.
You did what I'm talking about, and then cut that in half. Now you're only doing 5 a day. Now it's 2. Now it's 1 a day. You see what I'm saying?
That's actual fact. Because every nigga who smoked cigarettes who stopped, that was the process. I ain't never met a nigga who stopped smoking cigarettes and it was just that. That was it.
Yeah,
nope.
That day I'm quit.
They started from that, like you said, they started from that pack to that half a pack to 3 cigarettes a day to 1. Yeah, it was that process.
It's a process. It's growth. You know what I mean?
And that shit could have took years, not months or weeks. This shit taking years.
Yeah. But they ended up stopping. They didn't trick themselves.
Right.
That's the dope part. I say to you, in truth, you have not fulfilled the first law, which is to make your own corporeal bodies clean.
See that?
Because you have stuffed yourself with carnal food. Let's look up what the word carnal real quick.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Carnal. Carnal. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Carnal. Relating to the physical.
Okay, I put carnal food and click Google Images.
Especially sexual needs and activities. What you end up pulling up?
I put in carnal food and then click images in Google. And it show like some delicacy foods and shit like that.
Okay.
Like some more high-end restaurant food and shit. Like some rare red meat.
Is it meat?
Hold on, let me share my screen and show you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see?
Wow. Carnal foods.
I don't eat meat. Hey, I don't eat meat, but that shit look good though.
Yeah. Look, but look what it is. It's all meat.
Yeah, it ain't like damn, you know what I mean? Like nigga just showed you raw dead meat, but this shit looking good.
It look fire.
Yeah, this ain't no bullshit. So it's like sheesh.
You know what I mean? But look, look what it is.
Let me come back to the verse now. Go ahead.
Carnal. You dig what I'm talking about? Because you have stuffed yourself with bodily foods, carnal foods, meat foods. My hope this is why you clean yourself.
Right.
This is why the law. Right? My holy angels cannot approach you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Neither can your understanding, your comprehension, approach the place of my kingdoms. So if you're wondering why you can't get much of what we're saying, or it sounds good, but you just can't wrap your mind around it, it's your diet.
You got beef in your belly, son.
Right? You got carnal food, and it disallows the holy angels from coming near you.
And the crazy thing about that is, I don't believe in angels, but I don't believe in none of that stuff. Yeah, you heavy carnivore. You ain't tapped in. And then not only that,
you acidic.
Right, exactly. And
so
this is not
so if alkaline is positive and good, well, acidic got to be negative and bad.
Right.
You dig what I'm talking about? You ain't got to believe in no spirit. This is real life biology.
And that's what I was coming to, because it's like once the brain start getting compromised with acid and mucus, you're deteriorating your light, your frequency, your spirit.
And they already say your stomach is your second brain. It's the largest
gut.
Besides
small
your
intestine,
skin.
right? Yep, your small intestine. That's 30 feet. So just imagine, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. and the crazy thing is, funny you bring that up, because your digestive system is very important to study, because that's the root of where all sicknesses and diseases are going to stem from, what you put in your body, which the very system is a digestive system. Your body got 12 systems. The digestive system
that's
is
like that's like what Sebi be saying.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm talking about? But that lead back to the old saying, see, like what they always been saying. Mm-hmm. You are what you eat.
That's right.
Some of that stuff they be saying, them old little slick wise sayings and all that stuff be having some truth to it.
Yeah, them old folklores, you know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, okay, this is what the niggas was really talking about.
Yeah, this is what they was talking about. Right? But you had to go through something, live through something, do some life, get some hurt, get some knees scuffed up, scraped up, fall down, get up. You had to get somewhere, gain some experience to be able to understand what many of our ancestors were saying. You dig what I'm talking about? They have been through something.
Right.
And they was just telling you the cut and dry of it. Like when they told you, what was the old saying? We in hell already.
Right.
They couldn't. I'm sure somebody knew, but they was looking at the world around them. You dig what I'm talking about? And just applying it to that, and it was true. You know what I mean? But how real that is to understand that the lowest part of the atmosphere has always been called Hades or hell.
Right.
So when you breathe in air, that's hell. Right. You dig what I'm talking about? Nothing spooky to it.
And then it's also referring to the lowest, where Earth is the lowest, meaning we're at the bottom of the ocean of this whole shit. Exactly. So between Earth and atmosphere, we're at the bottom. So just imagine being at the bottom of an ocean, looking up towards the surface part of the ocean, and then above that you got air.
Yeah,
you got a whole other density.
That you basically like a fish would. You dig what I'm talking about? Looking outside the water. So our atmosphere would be the water. Outside of the atmosphere would be the ether.
Exactly. That's a
dope analogy.
Yeah, you got the bottom of the ocean, which is the Earth. That's us, the crabs at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then above all that massive water is atmosphere. Outside of the water, coming into the air, that's that ether.
That's that ether. And guess what it do to fish? It start to tear you apart.
Exactly.
Right? You can't breathe out there. You dig what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
The air is moving too fast. There's not enough pressure.
Exactly.
But look, if you come right down a little bit into that next lowest level, you can breathe.
So let me give y'all an example of what we're talking about, because we are visual people, and a lot of people learn better when they see it. So let me pull up this picture real quick. Give y'all a visual of the example that we had chat about. So when you look here, look at this picture right here. So what we're saying is that we're at the bottom of the ocean right here. That's the earth plane. That's Hades. That's the lowest. You know what I mean? This is where the ancestors dwell. All up in here. This is the first, second, and third resurrection. The ocean itself, the water. We're in solution. We're in, you know what I mean? So you got people who are at the bottom of the ocean, the crabs walking around here, who do not believe that this up here exists.
Right.
Let alone this exists.
Right.
Me and Cosmon down here trying to tell these niggas about these whales up here.
Yeah.
And these goddamn ships floating above the water.
They like, man. No
Right.
ships up there. What are you talking about, Cosmon? You crazy cuckoo Cosmon. You're a space cadet. You dig what I'm talking about? They call you every type of name in the world. But look at how far we are able to comprehend and perceive above where they are.
Exactly. And the analogies we bring to them to simplify it for them to understand it.
Yeah.
So this is your earth. This is your first heaven. This is your second, third heaven, and this is ether. When you come outside, so this is a different density. This water density that we moving in right now,
yeah,
it's kind of, we know it's heavy. The bodies are heavy. It's kind of we dragging. But when you come out here, you're moving at an altitude of speed like choo choo, because it's a lighter density than the water density.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So we just show you like this is your spiritual progression coming from the bottom, the Haiti region, progressing through these watery levels, then your ass peek your head about the ocean and see a ship. Like, nigga, what's that? Because down there.
And did this. We still in the same realm. Look, we got the corporeal part,
right?
The gaseous and the etheric. We got the water, the earth, and the air.
Exactly.
You dig what I'm talking about?
Earth, sky, and spirit, yo.
Earth, sky, spirit. Same thing.
That's wild.
3 parts of all corporeality are the solid, the fluid, and the gaseous. We looking at it right here.
Yeah.
The same thing with the heavens in our atmosphere.
These are the answers, though. These are the ancestors in the realm right here, the whales.
Yeah.
You know, they have the advantage to come down here if they want and then go back. But the crabs can't do that.
Well, look, let's just say we down here, we some of this life down here at the bottom, right? We at the bottom. But imagine it's some people who low, who are actually below the grades, who are in that brown part at the bottom. Right. See, we in that part. We in this part.
Say we up here, right? Say we up here. And this is the lowest of the lowest. This is
right
where you don't want to be.
See that nigga at the bottom? That he's under the he's under the grade. That nigga right there at the bottom. Him right there. Right. He at the bottom.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm talking about? So it's those people who trying to tell you ain't no animal life up there.
Yeah.
Ain't no spiritual life. You're spooky, Cosmon.
8 billion souls right up here wrapped up in this belief system that the New Jerusalem is going to come down and land down here. even with this logic, it don't even make sense for something. That's like these ships up here saying, all right, we're going to send down and establish in the bottom of the ocean and have, you know what I mean, the lobsters worship us. It's like, come on, bro. The whole concept of the heavenly kingdom coming to the earth makes no sense other than a school to raise up mortals. But that ain't the progress and the steps of the false God's kingdom.
That's dope, man. You dig what I'm talking? Hey, hush your mouth. Why is you so? Yeah. You know what I mean? This little nigga.
Yeah, my dog be wild.
He whiny. He don't get it. He don't get his way. He get the
right. They thought, yeah, my
whining, doing all that whining, big old baby.
Somebody knock at the door.
A killer.
Right. Somebody knock at the door. They on their killer shit.
Yeah, he on their killer shit, but he be in the house all flopped up. Rub me, just rub me.
Turn on their back, start kicking one leg up. And shit.
You know what I mean? Big old puppy. Your puppy in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Funny. Shout out to all the dog lovers, man. Oh, shout out to people got good animals, pet lovers. You dig what I'm talking about? They used to kill us for rocking with the pets. You dig what I'm talking about? They used to try to force us to make us eat meat. This is how you would tell us who you could tell who was who. Because think about it, all the people look the same.
Right.
You dig what I'm talking about? How did you tell who was who? By what they did.
Right.
So you couldn't have told an Israelite from an Egyptian by looking at him.
Okay. All right. Now you can go back because I just wanted to bring that up as a precept to what you was dealing with back in the Ezra, going back to the Israelites.
All right. Let me move this up a little bit. All right. The secret ceremonies. Hold on. Am I sharing it? Okay. The secret ceremonies commanded vegetable diets for the fathers or the rabbis, the prophets, the seers, the wanonas, the trans subjects, or also called mediums. And look, many of Coita is a what? A female priestess, but a certain kind of priestess. It's a certain one. A Coita must be from Egypt. So the Egyptian priesthood right here walked out with Moses and them. Behind this pillar of light by day and by night, all that. Yeah. Many of the Coita, the Egyptian priestesses, people followed the example of the prophets and seers. With what? With their vegetable diet. Right? Many of the Coitas people followed their example. After some years of experience, those who fasted from flesh murmured. Got the backbiting and talking. Man, what have we gained for our sacrifice, Eli? Man, I was eating big porterhouses. You did what I'm talking about, man. Listen, bro, I had it dipped in gravy, and bro, it was crazy, son. Yo, what did I get for? You dig what I'm talking about? Doing this vegetable diet. They start complaining. Right?
Exactly. You hear niggas
So
do
what
that
happened?
today.
So look. So they broke their fast by the hundreds of thousands. You done heard this story before, even in your Bible. They broke their fast by hundreds of thousands, and what? Countless birds came by their camps, and they caught and killed and ate them freely. Now you know why they got sick.
All right, now hold that right there, Cos. It said what? They what says, so they broke their fast by hundreds of thousands, and countless birds came by their camp, right? And they caught them, killed them, and ate them. Hold that. Watch this. Let's come back to Yeshua's statement right here real quick. Because Yeshua even specifically stated right here, ye shall eat no flesh of any animal, fish, bird.
Foul.
Like bird, foul. I'm like,
A bird. And look, a lot of people say, oh, I thought a bird was a fowl. Well, a bird is a animal that flies. Is a bird that flies. But a fowl is a bird that doesn't fly. It stays on the ground.
But it's
they both avians, but one is on the ground, one is in the air.
See that? So I just want to show Yeshua is telling you not to eat the birds. Coming back to you niggas back in the days when you niggas was in the goddamn wilderness, You ain't want to follow the vegetable diet, so you want to go eat some birds. So Yahshua reminded
Hold
you.
on, go back real quick, C-Lot, because that's a problem right there.
Go ahead.
That's a problem right there. He said, "You shall eat no flesh of any animal, fish." Hold on. I thought, didn't Jesus feed them niggas some fish and 5 loaves of bread?
Didn't Jesus eat a piece of fish after he died?
That's right.
And he ate fish with them. Come on, man.
You dig what I'm talking about? They was over there. Listen, man. Listen. I think that they created the yard pimp right there. Somebody figured out how to create fried chicken in the camps of the Israelites.
Right. Them niggas took that bird and put some goddamn golden flour.
What you call this again? I don't know. I was thinking about calling it Kentucky. Niggas over there. I don't know about that Kentucky. That thing fire. Them boys got sick.
Oh yeah, them niggas was eating that bird. So Yahshua reminded niggas. Yeah, I don't need to eat that bird. Your ancestors ate that bird.
Yeah, and no, we didn't eat it raw. We cooked food. You dig what I'm talking about? And countless birds came by their camps, and they caught it, and they killed and ate them freely.
And they said that was a quail bird, right?
What they saying? It's a fowl. It's on the ground. You dig what I'm talking about? Whatever it was on the ground.
But they say it was a quail.
Well, actually, it say a bird.
All right, so look, but in the Bible it say quail. But look, somebody just posted in the chat, and I just pulled it up. This is what it look. See, look, quail bird.
Yeah, but a quail bird is a fowl. So we're not saying nothing different.
No, because you know they use the word quail in the Bible. So I was like, yeah. Somebody just posted in the chats. Oh, where that? There you go. Oh, matter of fact, Nazarene posted shit. He said they was fucking up that quail bird.
Look, but being unaccustomed to that quail bird.
Exactly. They was unaccustomed to eating that for him.
To what they call the guinea fowl. Being unaccustomed to that yard pimp. You dig what I'm talking about? They became what? Fevered and died.
Fevered. Now, what does that mean? Fever. That means their blood pressure rose, that acidity and the mucus kicked in. Their body wasn't used to that. Their blood was alkaline and 7.34 eating that fruit and vegetables. That nigga started eating that bird. That blood got warm. That blood got warm.
Got you up out of there. Got you sick.
Ain't no doctors around either.
So not for this. More than 60,000 of them. Men, women, and children. And the place was called Kibrat Yatava, the place of lusters. This place really exists today.
Right.
This place really exists. You dig what I'm talking about? The place is lusters. Now, in the year, that was just breaking down on the diet.
Right. Now we back to the real and the fake Israelites.
Yeah.
That's what it's going back to right now after that.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. There's a lot going on. From day one, they've been conflating that these people who was over there who was messing with David and Saul and Solomon, and you dig what I'm talking about, who was in the kingdom and was enslaved, and everything that they did is the opposite of what a real Israelite did. Everything. If you went to war, you're not an Israelite. If you speak Hebrew, you're not an Israelite. You didn't know that the real Israelites never spoke a lick of Hebrew?
Go in on that. Explain that.
Huh? Who spoke Hebrew? Who spoke Hebrew in the first century? Y'all gonna tell me the Jews? Well, why ain't they writing in it? Huh? The only Jewish scribe of the first century writing, it's only two, Paul and Josephus, who I say are the same person. The Jews are writing in Greek and Latin. Who is writing in Hebrew in the first century? And the first century BC. They already been writing in Hebrew. Who's writing it? The Edomite, the Idumean, the Turkic. Man, you dig what I'm talking about? From the land commonly known as Turkey, was writing in Samaritan Hebrew, first century 8 BC and CE. At the same time, the proof of that is Apollonius of Tyana, who wrote in the first century. Who, first of all, he is your so-called Jesus.
Right. That's your Jesus.
He
right?
is your so-called Paul. He brought, and it's not till later, till men like Marcion in the 130s.
Boy, when we get on, that's what I said, boy. We got to get on these.
We about to get on this, bro. Y'all better stop playing.
Hey, we ain't gonna give them too much, but when we touch on that motherfucker, when I do that doc on that Yahshua boy, when they get that, ooh,
y'all don't want that type of smoke because y'all don't even know Yeshua. You don't know when he was born. You don't know nothing about him. You don't know how he looked. You don't know how he acted. You don't know what language he spoke.
Yeah, when we do this joint on Yahshua, yo, y'all gonna be like, yo, and the trickster in this whole shit is goddamn Josephus. Josephus, Paul, and Marcion. Them three niggas right there. You can't escape the first century without running into these niggas. Marcion is the oldest nigga who wrote the gospel. I mean, it's supposed to be the first gospel. He's claimed to be a direct disciple of Paul. Then you got Josephus.
Hey, I gotta go grab baby girl real quick, man. Love, life, balance out there to everybody, man. Shout out to my boy Selah Shalom, another fire build, man.
Always king.
Listen, y'all don't have a clue what this brother got up his sleeve, man. This about to get ugly. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a series.
Yeah, bro.
It's gonna be a series. It's about to get ugly. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we behind the scenes working. We behind the scenes working, yo. So we about to get it together. We about to bring out some powerful information. You know what I mean?
That's right. Hey, look. Hey, Selah.
Yup.
Hey, do something for me real quick, bro.
Breathe in.
Breathe in. Let that light in. Hey, because I'm Cosmon and I'm out, y'all. Hey, peace, love, light, and balance, man. I'm going to try to probably go live a little.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah, follow up.
What's today? Today is...
y'all ain't snowed in. That's all. We snowed in out here, so everybody got there.
You know what? I might have to tip to the JO tonight. I'm not sure, but if I don't, I'm gonna go live tonight.
Yeah. Feeling some of that Cosmonian light, son.
Indeed, my guy. Hey, look, y'all breathe in, let that light in. Hey, I'm Cosmon, man. I'm out, y'all.
Hey, Cos, you're gonna have to email me that Super 7 so I can start playing that shit too.
Oh, yeah. Give me a second. I'll shoot it to you.
Now you ain't gotta do it right now, but I'm just saying in the future and shit, like I need to get a copy of that.
Okay. And all right, I got you.
And some of them other songs you got too, because you got a couple bangers over there.
I got you.
All right, Ken. Be safe, bro.
My guy. Peace.
Peace. Yes, family, you know how we just do. Let's take a little break and run the blood clot rhythm. Run the rhythm.
Lion and Judah rap. The penile gland holds the power. They plan to crucify me at the 9th hour. Charges against me, attempts to arrest me. Apostate Jews, Pharisees, and Sadducees. I spoke parables to the multitude at Galilee. Paint pictures with parables that'll fill up a gallery. Zealous Jews, killers on a salary. Jealous and confused, heart harking, burning like calories. Restore the blind, raise the dead from the coffin, bruh. But my command make angels sing like an orchestra. The scribes took notes saying I'm a sorcerer. Reports above my head, fly flying sorcerers, ascending and descending lights from the Etherian heights. 9th hour daytime turn to midnight. The ground started vibrating hard as the temples and synagogues are destroyed by God. The children of God can make God. Yeah, that's that gorilla. Yes. We wouldn't have Paul's writings if it wasn't for Marcion. So yeah, man, these brothers was doing some things, man. But yeah, I got this documentary I'm working on, man. It's coming soon. Dealing with the birth of Yeshua, Jesus, whoever. We're gonna tap in on that. You know how we dizzle. What y'all got going? Bazell was good, fam. I see the God. We snowed in, son. We snowed in out here in Atlanta. I already hit the streets though. I was out there. I had to go I went out there, drove, got stuck for about an hour, came back. Last went out there and got stuck. I made it back though. Yeah, we just vibing out, man, on this snowy afternoon. Let me see. Yeah, we about to be going in, yo. Matter of fact, I'm about to sign out myself. Been on here close to 3 hours. Yeah, man, I'll go ahead and start working on some things. I'm gonna work on some things in the spare time that I got. Yes, and they spazzing, nigga. I'm out here running the red lights. I ain't paying attention to no lights, nigga. I'm just running through them joints. I'm like, you know, when it snow, it ain't no rules in the streets when it snow. It is what it is. So with that, family, your boy Salah Shalom is out of here. Peace, love, and light. Until next time, we out of here. We gonna sign out. One more commercial break.
Bittersweet Herbals, where the taste is bitter, but the results are sweet. Bittersweetherbals.com.
Run the rhythm.
Bittersweet Herbals, where the taste is bitter, but the results are sweet. Bittersweetherbals.com.
Yes, family, make sure to get your bitters, and we out of here. Let's run it back. Create a gang.
In the land of truth and light, where the spirits dance all night, the Creator gang shines bright, guiding us with all their might. Trumpets sound across the sky as we raise our voices high, praising the one most high, under the Oatz's watchful eye. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune, under the silvery moon. We dance until the morning sun, this connection never undone. Harmony in every beat, our faith is concrete. Through the pages of the Oath, ancient wisdom on display, teaching us the righteous way, leading us to a brighter day. With each trumpet blast, we're reminded of the past and the love that will ever last in this divine contrast. United in spirit, we uplift and hear it. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune, under the silvery moon. We dance until the morning sun, this connection never undone. sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the Creator Gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase. With trumpets playing in tune,